Okay. Can you hear my voice?
I kind of gave.
Alright, streaming. Proper streaming. Alright, take 2 on the stream. I'm actually gonna pretend that there's an audience here and we'll see what fucking happens. Okay, so. The art commentary community is stupid. A lot of people in the community annoy me. I'm not a part of the community. I'm an outside looker in. Have only recently, just for shits and giggles, decided to spew my opinion out into the ether because I can. As you can see by my stream setup, I am not a streamer. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I think this is the third stream like this I've done. It's more, I'm gonna be reacting to more of the Cine Bear, jar shit. Because it's fucking crazy. It's actually fucking crazy. So there's this video. This is a call between Cine and Kumo, and this person, Romantic Goblin. I don't know jack shit about her. Apparently, she's also been trying to help Cine, which is like fucking crazy. Good job, bitch. That's great. You made a really good choice to do that. I don't understand why all these bitches keep helping literal creeps. Like, why? Like, so big brain. So big brain, you tried to help someone who sent NSFW to a minor. That's a great idea. So I'm gonna be reacting to this. And then there's this video, which is posted by Lio Convoy. I've had a lot of fucking problems with him. Goddamn has he done a lot of fucked up shit. However, he's not a pedophile, so he's got that going for him. I'll say right off the bat, this video from him, like, surprised me in, like, a good way, honestly. So, yeah, what do you mean there's more? There's so much. We're gonna get into it, man. But yeah, Lio Convoy, I'm pleasantly surprised, I guess, by this video. I still think that, you know, he should stay fucked off into the little toy community that he's in. He's living his life. He's just posting stupid content. You know, he's got his community. That's fine. He's stepped away from the more serious shit. I'm 99% sure the only reason he made this video is because of how long he associated with Jar. He probably felt obligated to do this. Jar also apparently treated him like shit, so, you know, I mean, do I care about Lio's feelings that much? Not particularly, but yeah. Yeah, and then, depending on how I feel, there's a doc that we're gonna look at, that has just came out about Jar. I think it's, like, not even 24 hours old. And then this stream, so I couldn't find, because I'm not a fucking streamer. I'm not taking this stuff so seriously, like I'm reporting on it. Like I said, I'm just throwing my shit out into the ether, my opinions. But this person, Leia something, they did a stream that talks a lot about the garbage Kumo has been exposed for, and, like, honestly, I don't know why anyone's surprised, but, you know, whatever. So depending on how long the stream goes, I'll take a look at some of this video, just to see what's up with that. Yeah, so, first things first, we're gonna listen to Cine and Kumo and Romantic Goblin have a conversation. Mostly between Cine and Kumo, but yeah, let's get into it.
I kind of gave up on the apartment search today because the 2 places
right now,
I went to, I couldn't.
Right now, they're just talking, waiting for Kumo to show up.
Even find the fucking leasing office because there were no signs or anything.
You can check my, like, Google Maps or whatever.
I did. The building the apartment I'm in at least has signs like pointing to where the leasing
Okay.
off. Since I have
You should.
only issue. No.
I'm skipping forward.
Especially strangers, like I can just like roommate with people they don't know.
You don't need a roommate, Cindy. No one wants to be your roommate. Wait, imagine, like, you just see someone on, like, fucking Facebook Marketplace, and you're like, oh, hey, look, there's a room to rent. And, like, you move in, you're minding your own goddamn business, and then, like, at some point, you find out, oh my god, my roommate was a crazy big YouTuber that sent rape comics to a 14-year-old. Imagine how you feel. God, I'd be so upset. And I think about, like, from my perspective, like, as like a, like, if I ended up in a situation like that, I'd be fucked. I'd be stuck there because I don't have the financial ability to just fucking leave, you know? So that's so fucked, man. I can't even imagine just getting sucked into that kind of drama. Cindy, don't do that to someone. Do not get a roommate. Figure your own shit out, man. This is your hole.
Unless like it's for school.
Ooh, no.
Oh my god.
Trial or
Pass's house.
You didn't even bother to show them the recordings we gave you and told you to show?
They didn't ask for them.
Wait a minute. What was this?
I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna let it play. Fuck, I don't care. I don't need to skip until when Kuma shows up.
You didn't even bother to show them the recordings we gave you and told you to show?
They didn't ask for them. They were very like quick.
I do, but I don't know where I skipped, so I don't know where we're at in the conversation. I've already watched this video specifically.
It was also just kind of a weird experience because instead of meeting in like an office or anything, I was meeting like in the courtroom, and there were other people in there.
What is this about?
Listening into us. Like most of them weren't even like government workers. They were just people just sitting in the courtroom. Probably for a trial that was going to happen like an hour later.
I should have
Like,
listened to this a
random
little harder,
Samaritans.
but whatever. This isn't the part of the call I care
chew on
about.
that cord. Don't chew on the cord. Really weird.
Let's
Oh,
skip it
and
forward.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
why is
that's
Kumo
good.
so goddamn fucking quiet all the time?
Alright, Goblin, did you,
There we go.
were you guys already talking about something, or?
No, we were talking offhandedly about things, but I was waiting for you to get here before we got into.
Alright. Cindy, do you have an idea of what it is that I wanted to talk to you about?
Ruh-roh,
No.
you're in jail. You're in
No
court, motherfucker.
I mean, I can't think of anything that like wasn't already brought up.
Well, you talked it in the Copen. You said you watched the Copen C stream, and that upset you.
I mean, that's what upset me, but I don't know what like Kumo was upset about.
I hope
so
you guys
didn't
like that
finish the
burp.
Cope and see the stream.
No, I couldn't.
Okay,
Can you guys hear shit? Can you guys hear shit decently? Like, can you hear the video and me?
I'll just be blunt with you. I have a problem with how you've effectively lied and have been performative for like the last, I don't know, almost month with me.
Why are you surprised,
mean-
Kumo? Like, why?
Well, and since the moment you got in contact with Jar, you have had a completely different attitude with me, Barry, Goblin, Evan, anyone else you've spoken to in our group, our support group for you. You've had a completely different attitude.
The
from
fact
what
that
you
they
said.
had like a support group for this bitch, like, why? Like, why? I've seen Kumo's arguments as to why this was like a good call, but god damn, dude, it gets worse too. Like it gets worse.
That interview. In that interview, you were not the anxious, paranoid, remorseful Cinny Bear. You were the Cinny Bear who
support
who's
group.
like confident and making steps towards repairing her career, rather than bettering herself and making sure she doesn't make the same mistakes again. That's who you were in that interview, and that's not who we've been.
That is not okay. This whole like facade that he's put on, like, oh, I wanted to help her like not make these mistakes again, like, you know what, it's like, really, like, why would you, first of all, why would you trust someone like this? Second of, like, you would have listened to her like response video. They are like a PR team, honestly. Fucking man, I don't know if I'd consider him a PR team. I feel like what they've done is worse than a PR team.
Talking to, and when you make comments like you didn't realize this was an issue until now, it only further confirms to us, and you even trying to double down also confirmed to us that you didn't believe a single word you were saying to us. You were
No
just giving
shit.
us lip service.
Did you not listen to her fucking response video?
And so this is
Kumo, like, the fact that, first of all, like, the streams that he made initially defending her, and he was absolutely fucking defending her, they're, like, down right now, and there's, like, a whole drama behind that as to why they're down, but he was absolutely fucking defending Cinny. Like, I'm sorry, you cannot call what happened locker room girl chat and say that I'm not defending her. Like, shut the fuck up. But, like, after her response video came out, could you really not see the blatant manipulation? Like, did you not read the fucking doc? Did you not see the fucking logs? It's to my understanding that, like, there is a fucking picture of a vibrator in there, for Christ's sake. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
This is why we've actually been trying to confirm, like, get eyes on a police report to make sure this is actually happening.
Never said they were
and
good
this is
at
why
it. Yeah.
we want to see for ourselves that you've even been going to fucking therapy. But even if you've been going to therapy, you sound like in that car with Just a Robot, that you don't believe that you need to change, and it seems like you didn't believe you needed to change.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't, because she was all about getting her platform back with Just a Robot, like, fucking, trying to help her, like, oh, puppy dog, you know, like, oh god, these people are gross.
Your comments towards us afterwards, and it's only just a day ago or 2 days ago that you actually realized for yourself that you need to change. You understand how that's like the exact polar fucking opposite of what you've been saying to us when we tell you that you need to change, and that we're here to help you and be here for you as you change?
Like, do you actually fucking think, did you really think, Kumo, that after that fucking response video she made, she wanted to change? She literally spent the entire fucking video victim blaming NO and, like, turning the tables and trying to make it a birdie drama again. Like, dude, and you helped her do that! Again, we'll get to that. You helped her do that.
Parrot it back to us that you want to change, and you've actually, before we even came into this, you said you wanted to change and be better, and you're only now realizing that you need to.
It's the aspect of what needed to change. Like,
don't send porn to kids and fuck off.
What has changed? We've been talking. We never called you a groomer. We never called you a groomer. We never called you a pedophile. This entire time
you're dumb on Kumo, because even if the argument wasn't that she was a pedophile, she is a groomer. I'm so goddamn sick of these fuckers thinking that they're like, that they're so big brain, they're so intelligent, pseudo-intellectuals coming in, actually, she's not a groomer. Yes, she is. Yes, she fucking is. You can clearly see it in the DMs, and if you can't see it, there's a fucking problem there if you can't figure out what the issue is. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
You're hypersexual. You're like hypersexual shit, and you're like, in your fucking insanely terrible impulse control needs.
Like, being hypersexual and having bad impulse control isn't like a defense for anything she did. Like there's a lot of people don't realize this, but there's literally different forms of pedophilia, and for some pedophiles, it quite literally is an impulse. It's an urge that they cannot control, which is why those ultimately are the most dangerous kinds of pedophiles, because like they can't control themselves, quote unquote. Do we give them a pass because they quote unquote can't control themselves? No. Because they have impulse problems? No. When the fucking drunkard takes his car out for a spin and smashes it into a tree, do we give them a pass? No. Impulse control got nothing to do with it. I don't know why that was like something to be brought up in a situation this serious. It's not your fucking responsibility to fix her fucking impulse control, dude. You inserted yourself into something you shouldn't have inserted yourself in, and now, honestly deserved getting raked over the coals like you are. I didn't like Kumo before all this. I thought he was mid. I thought he was kind of a jackass. Definitely transphobic to some regard. After some of the stuff he said about trans people. Definitely dog whistle with the fucking ableism, as everybody in this fuck-off community does. But, he's a whatever. He exists. Now, oh man, get raked over the coals, dude. Like, you can't be trusted. You're
needs
dumb.
To be like worked on. These are very. We've identified.
Worked on
We've
off the
identified
internet
these issues
with a
for you
therapist.
ages ago. And you told us.
No, you literally just gave her an out. You didn't try to help her work on anything. You gave her excuses to stay here and to keep fucking around. Like, the utter hell that Eno and Birdie and Laurel and a bunch of the other people, like, directly involved with this shit, like the people who were friends with, like, Cindy, for example, like, the hell that they're going through, that they've had to deal with, like, what the fuck? Blue is the best color. I don't know what that's in reference to, but that's in my bio, so, I don't know, maybe you checked out my bio, but blue is the best color, yeah, I agree.
That you wanted to change, that you needed to change, and you've deliberately gone behind our backs. Oh my god,
Why are you
like,
surprised?
treated us like we're like second opinions for you, as if all of us
Why
don't
are
have
you
the same
surprised?
fucking goal. If you don't like what one of us says, you go to another, and when they tell you to go to me, you went to Jar.
Why are
And
you
then,
surprised?
I don't know
I'm just gonna keep saying
why
that,
or
like.
how, but you were like freaking out that.
Yeah, like, the correct choice would be to leave the internet and get actual help. Exactly! Like, she's, like, done it, like, Cindy's done this whole thing about how, like, her pedophile, what, I can't even speak. Rewind. English, shadow. She's done this whole thing about how, like, her therapist has said that she's not a groomer, but, like, I said it before in the first stream I did reacting to her response video. Like, I would bet a month's rent that she did not show her therapist the screenshots of what she did. Like, she just put on some kind of a sob story.
You were freaking out that I was undermining Jar. And this, I did, honestly, in hindsight, I shouldn't have. I should have just let you go down that path. But you're freaking out that I tried to undermine Jar in your best interest.
Yeah.
Like, I knew how this guy was. I warned you how he was. I told you what position you were in.
This next part is a little bit unhinged. I think Kumo goes a bit too far here. Because, like, what the hell?
And then I was very conscious and scared on your behalf because of what position you're in. Jar could have raped you, and that's probably what he was trying to, like... That was probably his dream, his end goal. Like...
Like, we're so far into the weeds with that, Kumo. Like, Jar's a piece of work in my eyes. But, first of all, that's a big accusation to just say like that. A concern, sure, but to just straight up say that that was probably Jar's goal, that's a fucking lot to say, dude. Second of all, oh, dude, I had a second things to say. I had a second thing I was gonna say, and it just literally deleted itself from my brain, and I'm mad about it. Oh, why are we worried about Cindy right now? Like, why are you so afraid for Cindy's safety? I'm not saying that Cindy deserves to have something like that happen to her, but, like, why do you care so much? Like, why, from the very beginning, have you given a shit about Cindy at all? Like, what's the deal with that, dude? Why are you so worried? Like, just leave her alone. Let her rot in the bed that she made. She's gross. And you have a, like, you know, despite the fact that I personally don't like you, before all this, you had a platform that wasn't too bad. And now you fucked it. You royally fucked it, dude. Nobody respects you anymore. Like, Jesus Christ. Even the people who had your back, like, now, like, are like, pissed off at some of the recent developments over the last, like, couple days. Crazy shit.
How could he get caught in a cheating scandal or dumped by his girlfriend if nobody will believe it ever happened? Nobody would believe it ever... Like, half of the people, if you came out and said he did that to you, half of the people wouldn't believe you. The other half would believe you, but they'd be like, no, I'm not going to give sympathy
This feels weird. Like, this feels weird as shit. Like, what, like, like, you're all upset, like, we warned you, and, like, saying all these awful possibilities, oh, this could have happened to you. It just, I don't know how to articulate specifically why, but it feels fucking weird that we're going this hard into the, we're trying to protect you energy here. Like, what are we doing here?
To a pedophile, because that's what they've been calling you. You are not in a position to be so, like, careless, and you only, and you don't even try to lie to me. You only talked to Jar and continued contact with Jar because he told you what you wanted to hear and I didn't. You lied to me saying that you wanted,
No shit! No shit! Why the fuck do you think she gave a shit about you anyway? You're a tiny ass little dot in the existence of YouTube, right, compared to her channel. But you were the first person to try and defend her and reach out to her. So of course she latched onto you. And of course, as soon as Jar shows up, bigger platform, giving her, like, better possible outcomes, right, in her mind, of course she went to him instead. It's really not rocket science. I can't, but, like, Jesus Christ, dude. You're dumb. You're dumb. You talk so much about how the art commentary community is dumb. You're one of them. You're in that pot of depravity, dude. Honestly, you're worse than half of the people you've yelled at over the past year.
saying that you understood that it was probably not in the cards for you to get your fucking YouTube career back. You said you understood that. And yet, with Jar behind the scenes, because he was giving you this...
You should have just straight up been saying leave. Like, you shouldn't have been saying, oh, it's probably not in the cards. No, you should just straight up be saying, like, you've done this, you have a massive platform, you have access to children, you clearly don't have impulse control. Like, if we're gonna approach this from, like, Kumo's intentions and perspective, their entire thing should be get off the internet. Why are you still here? Like, that should have been it. There should have been no defense of her. There shouldn't have been any of this shit. It should have been like, just leave. Like, leave.
False hope. You had a different face on with him entirely. That's why I'm upset at you, Cindy. That's why I no longer want to be your friend, and that's why I no longer want to help
Oh, so you became her friend? You're insane, dude.
you. Because you won't fucking help yourself. So, like,
Of course she
excuse me
won't.
for caring, and excuse me for biting the bullet, but I'm being told by everyone I know that you were just using me. And I'm, you know, I feel inclined
No
to believe it,
fucking
considering
shit.
you've lied so much.
No
Cindy,
shit.
I don't even think you've been genuine with me once. And I don't. And
What? I don't understand. The thing is like, he's so hurt about it, too. Why? Oh my god, it's so funny.
This doesn't mean that I'm gonna call you a pedophile or I like resend any of my logical takes. This just means that
You should, because a
I
lot of your
don't
logical takes suck.
care
Dude.
anymore. You get what I mean? I shouldn't care anymore. It was wasted effort because clearly it meant nothing. And then, oh my god, I'll let you speak after this. But and then, upon realizing that we're upset at you, and that like without even trying to understand why, you decide to make yourself the fucking victim instead of trying to communicate with us. You
Of course she's going to do that, dude. This is unironically hilarious to me. Like, people like this are ridiculous. Like, it sucks too that at the end of the day, at the core of this issue, a kid was hurt. And that's like not the focus of any of this garbage. Because of people like Kumo and Just a Robot, that's not the focus of any of this garbage. The fact that a kid was hurt. Like, no one, like, it's ridiculous.
like ducked us and then you refused to talk to any of us unless Goblin was present because Goblin was being fucking nice to you. But the fact that you had the audacity to make yourself the victim. I've seen your DMs. How are you this dishonest with yourself? You sound like you.
This little fucking support group that made themselves around fucking Cindy, I'm convinced the only reason they tried to help her is because that she was a female YouTuber with a really large following, and they saw, yeah, great career opportunities if we can fix her public image, and they went for it. Weird as shit. This community's fucking weird because they all mingle with each other and talk to each other. I'm convinced most of them don't like each other, but they still quote unquote associate with each other because of like a professional basis or some bullshit like that. They all dog whistle ableism and transphobia on the regular, and half the time they have pretty shit ass takes on things. And they all pretend that they're all better than somebody else 90% of the time. They're all pretending that they're better than other people when they literally are doing the same things the people that they hate are doing. It's crazy. Like the rabbit hole on the ACC and adjacent communities, crazy, right?
Genuinely convinced yourself that nobody in this group cared about you. Did we do things that people who didn't care about you would have done?
I don't know.
Like, if we didn't care about you...
Not
like,
you
how do
trying
you
to,
explain the
like
things we've
shame
done?
her, like, and you be a victim. Yeah, you're such a victim, Kumo. Kumo, you literally did this to yourself. It's so funny.
For you. And I'm not trying to lord them over your head. I'm genuinely trying to understand how you've come to this conclusion that we just, somehow we just didn't care about you in any capacity. Like... As if my ulterior motives can't coexist with, like, caring.
Oh, so you admit that you have ulterior motives. Ha ha ha. No, it's so dumb. This is... Oh.
Like, both can be true. I can have an ulterior motive and still care and try to help you. Like, do you have, like, some...
What the fuck would the ulterior motive be? Like, just saying that you have an ulterior motive is fucking weird, dude. Like, what?
Like, do you have an exclusively two-dimensional way of thinking?
Of course she does.
I don't know if the way I'm thinking is super rational.
It's not. You're not rational.
I think you're very rational. I think you know what you want and you've just been lying to me the whole time.
A rational
think-
person would leave the internet.
Actually, Barry put it best. I think you were using us for comfort.
No shit! No shit! No fucking shit! She literally admitted, okay, Kumo, you're so fucking stupid. She literally admitted in her fucking response video that when she was facing the consequences of her action, her roommate had left, her friends had like basically been like grossed out and everything, and the internet was after her. What did she do? She talked to Eno, the victim, for comfort because she was scared and had no one else to go to. And then what you show up being nicey nice to her. Of course she's going to latch onto you. Like, no shit. You're dumb. You're all dumb.
And not Evan. Beckett suggested that you were using me, and I kind of believe him with how badly you wanted me to do
No,
that stream
Beckett's
and
right
then
on
how
this.
you reacted poorly after I did it. But Evan suggested to me that you only wanted me to take the fucking brunt of it when you were under the most fire.
No shit.
And
No, because that's literally what fucking happened. Like, literally, that is exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened. As soon as you jumped your stupid little ass into the fray, a bunch of the attention was taken off of Cindy and put onto you. Like, you gave her an out. You gave her a tool. You are a tool, and you handed it to her. You handed yourself to her. That was a good one. I can do better, I promise.
Believe that. Because the fact that you actively ignored my very rational and helpful advice and went to fucking just a rapist.
Oh my... What the fuck? Like, I know there's like 4 people here, but has anyone seen anything of the possibility that Jar could do something like that? Like, is Kumo really just pulling that out of his ass? Because Jar's a lot. Jar's not a good person for a million goddamn fucking reasons, and there's gonna be some really gross shit we can talk about him later. But that is a step, a far step. I don't know.
This guy who you clearly knew was hitting on you because you... I'm so fucking stupid for giving you the benefit of the doubt.
You
We
are
asked you if he
stupid.
made any passes at you. I actually didn't expect you to be able to list anything off because you're supposed to be autistic, right, Cindy? How come you gave us like anecdotes that perfectly make it perfectly clear that you were aware he was making passes at you, and now you're acting uncertain that was the case?
I didn't think it was at the time. At the time, I thought he was just being, like, weird. I didn't think it was, like, an actual pass. Like,
I didn't think.
I was assuming
I didn't know. I can't. Like, Cindy, it's kind of fucking pathetic. Like, she's really pathetic. She was really aggressive and loud when she was making her response video, but every single time someone's, like, actually confronting her on shit, she's, like, pathetic. Right? She's a professional victim.
Ignorant. You're smarter than you're letting on.
I thought it was weird. I didn't think it was, like, a flirt.
I'll give you that,
It was,
Kumo.
like,
That is true. She is smarter than she's letting on. She's
So
dumb
why
as
was it
shit,
weird?
but she's not that dumb.
Because I just thought it was strange to say, because it's just not something you say.
Because you thought it was a flirt.
Not really, it's just...
Well, then why would it be
I don't know.
strange?
Okay, this is like the slightest hint of Kumo's ableism here. God, imagine Kumo being so dumb that I'm gonna defend Cindy for 2 seconds here. Fucking, okay, if she is autistic, which she has stated she is, there's a really good chance that, even as blatant as it seems, the stuff that Jar was saying, she genuinely might not have picked up the fact that it was a flirt and just still might have chalked it up as him being weird as shit, but not realized it was flirting. Like, that is a possibility here. I don't know if I believe it, but it's possible.
I mean, I don't know, it's just not, like, a thing I hear people say very often.
So what else could it have been?
For context, Jar asked her, like, hey, do you want to see a picture of my cock? And then waited a minute, and then just sent a picture of a fucking rooster. I don't know. There's that, and then there's also see that's where I can kind of get it. That's where I can get like someone might not pick up that that's a flirt, right? But still, I don't know. There was a lot of weird shit, like Jar asking to like fall asleep to Cindy talking. I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's just weird. All these people are weird.
Just him being autistic? I don't fucking know.
I mean, he is.
I just
but...
kind of wrote it off until I.
You wrote it off,
thought
even though
about
I
it
warned
again.
you. I warned you specifically about this type of behavior. I don't buy it, Cindy. I don't.
She probably just ignored you entirely. She probably did write it. Oh, what did I fucking do? Go away, pop up. That's really funny. Yeah, no, honestly, if anyone's flirted with me over the years, I've been completely oblivious to it. I mean, personally, I would chalk that up more to my social anxiety and believing that no one would do that versus my autism, personally. So you get it. Flirting is subtle. Flirting is a subtle thing, and a lot of the understanding autistic people have of social cues is like picked up by practice and also like being direct. So like subtle flirting, even sometimes things that you would think is direct and blunt, an autistic person doesn't necessarily pick up on it like whatsoever. So yeah, I don't know. But I mean, me pointing this out doesn't. At the end of the day, doesn't really matter in the context of this conversation between these two people, to be honest. Because fuck Cindy. I don't care about her intentions. Her intentions at the end of the day don't matter. Honestly, like, none of this should have happened because neither Jar nor Krumo should have had anything to do with her.
Did you actually stay on the phone with him while he went to sleep?
This is funny.
I thought I was being a friend. I thought he was trying to be a friend of me.
Did you guys goon together at all?
No, what the fuck?
He didn't make it like in your phone calls with him. You guys didn't do anything.
Why? Like, I don't know why she replies with yeah. I don't know why she acts like disgusted when he asks that because like Jar pointed out the fact that she's a gooner, so like I these people are gross.
Freaky.
No, he mostly just talked about fucking like Star Wars and shit.
Okay. I'll buy it.
I can believe that too.
Because I mean, it wouldn't really reflect negatively on you if he did.
I mean, I think it fucking would, but you know. But that's a whole other conversation.
I mostly just talked about my cat, like
how would that not reflect poorly on her? Like, she was just exposed for being a creep to a minor, and the person who's showing up to defend her ass, she's like also doing adult activities with. That sounds wrong on her part too, not just his. That's like that sounds like it would be predatory for her too. Oh my god.
Okay. So I'm guessing the passes at you were the extent of it because we cut it short because you didn't really have much time with him, right?
I guess. I don't remember how a lot of it.
Did he say anything to you before he blocked you?
He just said, "We are done."
He broke up with you? Okay.
Alright, I'll give him that. That's funny. It does sound like they broke up.
I just don't know how you make yourself the victim in this, you know? Like, We
How
genuinely
did
cared
either
and
of you
wanted to get
make
better,
yourself the
and we were
victim?
actively trying to help you
I don't know
with
why
your
you
reports.
do that.
We were like consoling you and trying to make sure you weren't like killing yourself. We were trying to make sure you were like you would stop and slow down and make the right decisions for yourself. I genuinely don't believe you would have made any police reports or anything to get your life in order if we hadn't been here to fucking coach you and push you
Wait.
along.
Hold on. You making police reports and pushing and coaching you along. Ooh, the pushing and coaching along adds context to something we're gonna see later. But you got Cindy to make police reports? About what? Imagine going to the cops to file a police report and being like, yeah, so I sent rape comics to a minor, and now people are harassing me because they think I'm a pedophile, so I'm gonna make a police report about it. Like, I don't know if that's why, like, if that's specifically why they told her to make a police report, but I'm thinking about that. That's a little fucking crazy.
What I said on Beckett's stream, you somehow made yourself a victim in that, because I said the ideal outcome is that you make IRL friends and you don't need us anymore.
The ideal outcome
That was not at all mean-spirited or something you should have taken offense
behind
to.
bars.
You should
but,
have real-life friends who care about you, so that you don't need your internet friends anymore. That is ideally the most healthy outcome for you. That came from a place of caring, and you somehow, in victimizing yourself, made it seem like we didn't care because I said that. How did you delude yourself like this?
Why are you so shocked that she's dumb?
Do you believe anything that comes out of your own mouth?
She has talked about how she's, like, paranoid, too. Like, I just really cannot wrap my head around why he's so surprised.
It was something else you said. It was something about, like, getting me out of the way so that you could...
Getting the discourse about you out of the way is exactly what I said. Getting the Cinny stuff over with, so that when I talk about Birdie, people don't go, oh, well, what about Cinny? What about Cinny? It's like, well, Cinny's been we've already discussed Cinny. That's exactly what I said. I don't know how you're misquoting me, or, like, fucking misremembering whatever, like, what the part that you're talking about. But I was very clear. I was talking about the discourse around you, so that I could cover so I could start a different discourse and have a different discussion. without a fucking constant whataboutism. That's why.
But also, you could correct me if I'm wrong, Kuma, but didn't you say the same thing on the Chud Logic stream? Something she also watched but was happy with the conclusion of?
Fucking Chud Logic. I literally, he's another person that is, like, not really involved, but he's, like, been covering the situation. He's another one of those, like, classic dog whistly, I'm gonna use the R word and I don't care about your fucking feelings kind of person. Also, a shitty person. I'm sorry. Yeah, his name is Chud Logic. He used to be, I don't know, maybe he still does it. I don't know a lot about him, but he definitely used to be in, like, the political commentary debate sphere. That's his background. If that gives you a hint. Imagine, you can get an idea of who he is by me saying that he's from political debates, and his name's Chud Logic. Little... this is my PSA for the art commentary community. If you say the R slur, and on the regular, defend yourself using the R slur, and, like, dig your heels into the sand about how I can say whatever I like it. If you don't like it, you can leave. You're an ableist piece of shit, and that's it. Like, if you're really one of those stupid, like, jackasses out here dying on the hill of, I'm gonna continue using ableist slurs and still act like I'm a decent person, you're dumb. You're an ableist. End of story. You're an ableist. And it doesn't help when it's compounded by the fact that when you watch their content, like, they'll regularly say ableist shit. Like, the art commentary community and adjacent communities. I mean, a good part of the internet is just ableist, so. But still. It's really fucking funny when there's so much ableism rampant in a community that is, like, full of autistic people. And I don't say that as, like, an insult. I'm, like, genuinely. There are so many people in the art commentary community that are, like, autism, ADHD, OCD, depression, anxiety, all these different mental disorders. There's so much of it. It's everywhere. And it's usually because people that suffer from those things, like, they find the internet a decent place to, like, express themselves. But it's just, it's so crazy. My personal theory is it goes back to the whole ass-be supremacy shit. Every mentally ill person has to act like they're better than other mentally ill people, so that normies will accept them and think they're cool.
Yeah,
When you
no, I
called in
said
for
the
stream.
exact same thing on a stream that you had no issues with.
I don't know if it was the same wording. I'd have to look back at it. Don't know if it.
Well, it's not like it fucking matters now, Cinny.
Yeah, I don't know if it does.
None of this matters. None of this matters. None of this should have
I
happened.
mean, why would it? Right?
Anything else you want to talk about or anything you want to say?
Goblin's
Cindy?
gonna drop some crazy shit in a minute. And then Kumo's gonna act really surprised, and it's gonna be funny.
Actually, yes,
know.
Cinny, you do have something you want to talk about. Well, at least I want you to talk about. I want you to reiterate what you've been saying to Goblin. And make that make sense with where we're at now, please. If you wouldn't mind. If you would be so kind.
It's just after all this, I don't know who to trust.
Or you don't...
Off topic, but the fucking cat on stream. Oh man, shit, I paused it in a really funny moment. Hang on.
All this, I don't know who to trust.
Or you don't...
And I don't know.
Do you even trust yourself?
No, honestly.
Oh. That's a damn shame.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
A lot is wrong with me.
This is not QCC. QCC. Don't tell me I named my stream wrong. No, I didn't. ACC. There you go. This is really fucking funny. Like the mocking her being a professional victim, and then him having a fucking anime villain moment. Bro made fun. Yeah. This is part of the ACC. Like, Cindy wasn't, but she's Kumo's part of the ACC. I don't care if he tries to separate himself from it, he is. And I'm gonna be talking about, Lio Convoy later. He definitely was part of the ACC. And also Just a Robot. Just a Robot was a major pillar in the ArtCC for a while, which I don't know why they did that. Why does this community latch on to the dumbest fuck off people? It's a very pick me mentality. Don't worry about using that R slur. I'm autistic and I don't care. Yeah, no, it is. That's where the term ass-be supremacy comes from. It's just like a mocking thing, against autistic people who other themselves, from the rest of like the autistic community, so they can be accepted by ableists. It's the same concept of like the LGB movement, like gay people trying to separate themselves from trans people. Like, you're gonna go hang out with the leopards, and eventually they're gonna eat your face. They don't care about you. If you are a disabled person and you are quote unquote giving like people a pass to use ableist slurs around you, I got news for you. Those people don't actually give a shit about you. Okay? They really don't. They're tolerating you because you either make them laugh or you're giving them content or something. Or you make them feel secure in their bigotry. They don't actually care about you, because if they actually cared about you, they wouldn't use those fucking slurs around you, because those slurs are slurs for a fucking reason. There's a history behind them. Yeah, Jar is like an anomaly. He's just been around. Some of his videos weren't that bad. Sigma? What is that? I don't know what that's in reference to. Alright. Skibbity Diddy. Skibbity jokes in my chat. Okay.
But a lot more is wrong with
You
you.
have another question?
But a lot
Okay,
more is
Goblin,
wrong with you,
okay.
yeah.
You have another question for me? You want to know what specifically is wrong with me? Is it gonna help you? Is it gonna make you feel any better?
Oh, just why the fuck?
Why the fuck? I don't have any more empathy for you. Quite frankly,
You
I don't
shouldn't have had
appreciate
empathy
being
in the
lied
first
to,
place.
let alone to this extent. I'm actually, despite what people think, or despite, what I make people think, I'm a very forgiving person.
If you have to say that you are a good person or a forgiving person and you're so nice, if you have to say that, I got news for you. You probably aren't. Like, the general rule of thumb is that if you have to announce to the world that you're a good person, you likely are not a good person. Because the good people usually don't fucking say that. Ugh.
I'm a very compassionate and empathetic person.
Are you? If you were, then you probably wouldn't.
And just
Be a
like
transphobe
everyone
or an
else,
ableist.
I have a tolerance.
Your tolerance is trans people having pronouns. That's too much for you. That's your compassion level. You can't handle that.
You've surpassed that tolerance.
You can't tolerate disabled people showing symptoms of their disabilities. Oh my god. You're so tolerant. You're so forgiving and loving and caring.
And it's astonishing to me, Cindy, that you ran my patience thin without me even knowing.
Oh,
I don't know how I had to go nearly almost a month before I found out that you did this.
I don't know why you had to go a month before you realized you never should have interacted with this fucking bitch in the first place.
All this talk about, yes, Cindy, I'm not gonna ditch you. I'm here as long, I'm here as long as you're trying to better yourself. This, that, and the third. I'm gonna be here. You did this without me knowing, and then I find out, and I'm like, oh wow.
Hello.
And for the last 2 days, I've been very conflicted about this confrontation.
Why?
And you know what made
Like,
this so
why?
much easier, Cindy?
What
You can
you
ask what?
doing? It cut
Ask
out.
what?
But
Okay, sorry. Do you know what makes this easier, Cindy? Because the last 2 days I've been really conflicted about it. But you know how you made it easier?
oh,
You ducked and dodged us, and then you played the fucking victim about it. I don't feel any guilt now. There was
You
a
should
little
feel
doubt
guilt.
in my mind that maybe I could be charitable to you again. And you just fucking squandered that too.
Oh, my friend showing up? Hang on. You're in call, Ash. Can I not hear you?
hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm streaming reacting to bullshit.
Oh, nice.
That's why I'm here. I was hoping that maybe someone might show up and they can react to garbage with me.
Yes, hello, I'm here. I can't react, but, here.
I hope the stream should be able to hear you.
Hello, stream.
I'm
Please
pretty
say
sure
you can hear me.
there's one person. I'm talking about like really hot topics right now, so people keep popping in and popping out. So there's like sometimes there's 4 people, and then sometimes
Ooh.
there's 1, and then most of the time there's 0. But you know, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, that's how it be.
So I guess I can give you a quick synopsis so you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Sure.
So I guess trigger warning, if you don't want me to talk about it, I can stop, because I'd rather hang out with you than stream. But
Yeah, just do what you want.
so there was a person in the animation meme community called Cine Bear. They were exposed about a month ago for like grooming a 14-year-old and sending sadomasochistic R-word comics to this kid.
Nice.
Yeah, real nice, great shit. I've done a couple of streams reacting to stuff from this situation, one of them being her response video, which was actually insane. It was like a professional victim fest. Her continuously blaming the child, and also blaming her roommate, and also like catering to the ableist community, that like came from another YouTuber, by like basically just being super ableist and transphobic to her roommate to get sympathy. This other YouTuber that decided to jump in the fray and defend her ass is called Kumo. He's just your typical pseudo-intellectual dumbass that thinks he's cool. But he did like 2 streams basically defending Cindy. He's said that he's gonna go after Birdie. I don't think that he has. I think he kind of gave up on that. We'll see. Birdie was the roommate, by the way. And like, long story short, Kumo's a dumbass. Kumo has been like working with Cindy to try and like help her, quote unquote. I'm reacting to a call between Cindy and Kumo now, because Kumo now is all like hurt and shocked that Cindy actually doesn't give a shit about him. Yeah, and then there's another YouTuber called Just a Robot, or Jar. He decided to jump in the fray and like full send defend Cindy. So I've already reacted to a video of the video that he made defending Cindy. Both Just a Robot and Kumo like went out of their way to like be like, oh, there's a weirdo in chat. I don't need baby oil jokes in my chat. You weird. Go.
Better jokes.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's a Diddy joke.
It is.
What? Yeah. Alright, I'm making sure that I'm not stupid. I mean, I don't know. Maybe all these people need baby oil. Fucking weird asses. But, yeah, no, both Kumo and Jar are fucking weird defending her, and it was found out that Jar, like, had an interest in Cindy. Basically wanted to use her as a new attack dog online, right? Because his previous attack dog, who was someone called Lio Convoy, his, like, defender, someone who was big in his corner who would defend him when he gets into stupid shit, is basically been quote-unquote canceled. He's the one that I used to ramble about being really fucking ableist and doing crazy shit. So yeah. So there's also a video that I wanted to react to of Lio making a tiny comeback for just a second to talk to Jar and be like, dude, what the fuck? And I'm gonna be so real, I was like pleasantly surprised by Lio's response to all this. Like, I was shocked. Kind of surprisingly level-headed for him. Rewind my stream a bit, because right now I'm giving the recap to my friend who just decided to join call and be inundated with my garbage today. How old? I'm 27, but do not be a gooner in my chat, please. I'll block you. Or mute you. I don't know how the fuck YouTube chat works, but I'll get rid of you if you are weird.
Yeah, we'll go to horny jail.
Go to horny jail, bonk. It's Jericho! Jericho, you can join the stream! I would love to hear you rag on people.
Fuck.
Fuck. Oh, are you playing,
I'm playing Overwatch, yeah.
Of course you're. I love that you're playing Overwatch.
I'm not gonna be here for very long. Daniel's getting food for me, and then I'm gonna shower and get ready for work.
Oh, everyone's going to work. Mikey left me for work.
Everyone's going to work.
Everyone's going to work. I bet Jericho is at work on his phone on break or some shit, because he's just like, hello in my chat. But I'm gonna get back into reacting to the video, if you're cool to hang out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what do you have to say to me?
There's a Jericho? Was that a Jericho that I hear?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. React to stupid shit with me.
Okay.
I should have it in
Yeah.
stream, so you should be able to say things.
Mhm.
The guy talking is Kumo, dumbass. The person with the SpongeBob icon that talks, that's Cinny, and then the other one, the little goblin character, that's Romantic Goblin. I don't know much about her, but she's the one who posted this video, so.
Oh, I can't hear it.
I can't really think straight at the moment.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think I even have my thoughts in order. I know I'm upset. Just...
Girly's been collecting her thoughts on how she groomed a minor for a month.
Okay. Do you think in the meantime Goblin could say her piece while you figure out how you want to say it?
Goblin's about to drop some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Alright. Go on, Goblin.
I
You have
want-
the floor.
I want to bring up something because Himpleton brought it to me and Barry's attention, and we brought it up to Kumo, sort of, about Enno. And it's one of those things, like, you know, you didn't really tell us this part. You had Enno read out the fucking rape comic in VC?
Yeah, that was a thing. I learned about that today. Like,
Wait, who was in the comic? Who was in the great comic?
Cinny, so what a Goblin just said is that Cinny had the child read out loud in a VC the rape comic.
Oh. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Cindy's about to tell us why. It's crazy shit.
Like the dialogue.
Read out the dialogue, yeah.
I didn't, like... I didn't think to mention it. It just didn't seem like a...
Of course you didn't think to mention
All
it,
the
because
questions
it's
we were
incriminating.
asking you about you needing to be 100% honest about what was, like, damning and shit.
I mean, I didn't even think about it. It didn't even come across my mind.
Honestly, I don't understand why Kumo and Goblin would think that she'd be fucking honest about this shit. Like, what? Why would you believe anything that comes out of the mouth of someone who's been exposed for doing shit like this? Of course they're not going to be truthful. Like,
Yeah,
she's trying to save her fucking image still.
I was about to say her honesty on whatever.
Yeah.
You just, like, even still, like, if you're the adult in the situation, why are you the one also putting them in there, regardless of how exactly nitpicky it is. You were involved in the situation. You had the ability to stop that, and you let it happen. So it's
No,
like,
real.
at
Real.
what point were you like, hey, maybe, at any point you could have been like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be doing this right now. I don't, this is probably not the greatest joke thing. This isn't the greatest, like, thing to have, even if it was a meme, you know?
That's the thing too that I don't understand
like
with like Kumo and Goblin here and like the few other people that created a quote unquote support group for her. That was something that was talked about at the beginning of this call. They made like a support group for her. Crazy. Like the nuances, all the little things, this and that. I don't understand why you'd stick your neck out for someone like this. Like what? Why? Like apparently Kumo's goal with all of this was like according to him here. Oh my god, Ashley took a shit on my stream.
I did.
Actually.
Actually?
And it's a cute pink shit. Shit's cutely.
Yeah.
You
Shit
shit's
cutely.
cute. What? You-
Shit cutely.
That's how girls
fuck.
shit.
Do I help this guy get to work? He needs a ride to go to work. I don't want to get up.
Do you be the good Samaritan, or do you sit here and listen to brain rot with me?
I mean, I can come back, 'cause I'm not gonna be that long. I don't live that far from work. I feel bad because he's been trying to get his shit together, and so he doesn't have a car. He's also he's like 18 too. I
Oh
don't know
man,
why.
he's just a kid trying to figure shit out. Now you're making me feel bad, and I'm not even the one he's asking to go get a ride from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I gotta go help him out.
Cool.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
The video is just set up to be in call, so just join.
Yeah.
Peace.
I was thinking about asking you that when it was coming out because it was being brought up with the Pee-wee stuff, and that one person who was like schizophrenic that you knew when you were a minor yourself too, that this was a thing you do. You'd ask anyone you share that comic with to read it. I was going to go on and ask you if you'd done that to Enno, but I didn't get a chance to because I was busy, and then you were also starting to judge us. But then
Of
I had
course she was.
Himpleton come up and ask me, hey, did you know about this? At least with Enno.
The gears are turning in both Cindy's head and Kumo's head right now. I can hear it. I can hear them grinding and worrying. They're thinking.
I don't know, it's just like a...
Hey, Kumo, does knowing that fact change anything for you?
It better.
Yeah, quite a bit. Because that's, like, literally asking her to engage in your fetish.
As if
It was mostly just,
sending it
like,
to her and talking
being
about it
able
with
to,
her
like,
wasn't.
hear what her reaction was.
Oh,
Like, the time.
okay. No, we're done. We're done.
Yeah, did you hear that, guys? Yeah.
Was...
Oh,
It's like...
asking her to engage in your fetish.
It was mostly just, like, being able to, like, hear what her reaction was.
Oh,
The time.
Yeah. Ew. Gross. Not dodging the pedophile allegations anymore.
okay. No, we're done. We're done. We're done. No, I'm not. You said that so fucking coldly and clearly. Oh my god. I'm baffled.
I don't know why you're baffled, Kumo.
You
You're
asked
so
her
stupid.
to read it, and you wanted her reaction. Do you know what that means?
Like, I wanted to see if she liked it or not.
Oh my
Like-
god! And I really bothered to dispute what your intentions might have been.
Which you're
I
stupid.
just like getting feedback.
What? This is the funny part about Kumo to me. Like, I don't understand why he is so shocked that she was not truthful. He's gonna act like a professional victim himself because Cindy quote unquote lied to him and all this, and how he stuck his neck out for her. Like, that's not even a defense for one thing. Like, even if Cindy was completely truthful with you, you still shouldn't have stuck your neck out for her. She's not worth any of this. It's okay though. When we get into some more of his motives though, and like his fucking narrative crafting that he got into, when we look at Leia's, is it Leia? What's her fucking name? I don't fucking remember. Yeah, Leia. Watch her video a little bit. We'll see a little bit more of his bullshit there. It's so crazy.
I
didn't
getting
think
feedback during sex.
not sex, no.
Well, you wanted feedback in effectively what is a sex act.
I didn't think it was like that.
Having her
What?
read.
I didn't think that asking her to read out a porn comic was involving sex. Yeah. That's like when people are like, hey, come look at this in class, and when you look at their phone, it's actual gore, but worse. Yeah, no, like exactly. Like, it's real.
Out a rape comic out loud.
Like, this is certainly gross. Like, this is just like another shocking level of depravity, obviously, for anyone who learns about this. But I don't understand why like we're acting like it makes Cindy worse than she was before. Like, it's all just disgusting.
And this is what I was talking about on like Twitter and shit. That recently I've realized that everyone else was right for the wrong reasons.
He's retracting his shit, but also defending himself here. It's so dumb. This whole section here makes me so mad at Kumo. Dude, you actively defended her. Shut the fuck up. Like, the internet's not wrong for the right for the wrong reasons. Bullshit. Shut the fuck up. You just can't admit the fact that you're an idiot who decided to defend a groomer. It's been explained in, explicit detail by, hundreds of people at this point why exactly what Sydney did is grooming, and he's still no, it's not, you guys. Now he has to still double down on that shit, though. Hello? Is there someone here? Who is here?
Sorry, Daniel's here. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat.
Oh my god, eat your food. Enjoy. Okay, me go back to the stream. Fuck! I minimized YouTube, and I didn't want to do that. Okay. Minimize Discord. There we go.
I am actually glad that you spoke to Jar, and I'm actually glad in hindsight, and I'm glad he made that terrible video, and I'm glad I uploaded it before he could.
Is there a 1% part of me that's glad Jar did that? Maybe, because honestly, get deplatformed, motherfucker. You're fucking awful.
And I'm glad that you didn't talk to me for the following 20 or 34 hours. Because in that time, I was able to digest your involvement in that call and really figure out what the fuck it was that you were saying and how you were acting. Because at first I had tunnel vision, just fixated on Jar, and then it took me the rest of the day to hear you over and over and over, and then really clicked with me. what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, now you finally asked her
It
that.
clicked with me that what you were saying was not adjacent to what in that call was not adjacent to how you've been with us. Complete fucking
For the
180.
millionth
I
time,
knew
why the
something
fuck
was
are you
off.
shocked?
And I actually came and told you that reflected very poorly on you. I just didn't realize. I just didn't realize that it wasn't with the public it was going to reflect poorly with. It was with us. Is how that was going to reflect poorly.
Reflects poorly on you.
Because no matter what you do, it's going to reflect poorly with the public.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Kumo.
But the parts that were
The
problematic
reason people
were
don't like
specifically
you is
things
because
that I
you
would
say
care about,
fucked
and
up shit
I
half
didn't
the
catch
time.
that. I didn't catch that because I was so focused on the guy I already didn't like.
You're in a drama
guy that I was
community of a bunch of weird fuckheads that like attacking people. You're not gonna make this community happy. Oh my god. You can easily make the community happy. Don't be a dickwad.
Already concerned was going to try and do shit to you. Do you understand, Cindy, that you are in the perfect position for him to take advantage of you? Well, why would you say
Where do we
no
go
to
again
him?
with this? She's in the perfect position for you to take advantage of her, motherfucker. That's a stupid argument. Stupid argument.
I didn't realize that.
Why would you say no to him, though?
Why are
Like, he
you
was your-
acting like you're some authority here? This is the funny thing for me is that Kumo on the regular acts like he's some authority. I'm pretty sure he said that he's not some authority or moral authority or whatever, but he acts like he is one. He acted like it throughout the Lyle drama, and he's acting like it now. He's acting like a little bitch maid now, but we'll get to that.
Your savior. He gave you false hope. You were probably willing to do anything as long as it meant he fixed your career, weren't you?
I guess I didn't realize how bad it was yet.
Do you know do you understand the gravity of that? If you had met up with him, for example, which is probably something he would have pushed for.
Kumo is a really smug person. Kumo is a very smug person. If you watch his content, especially when he's talking about his detractors or people that he doesn't like, he's an extremely smug person. And is that maybe the pot calling the kettle black because maybe I sound smug in these couple of streams that I've done on this community? Sure, I suppose, but at least I'm not defending Cindy. At least I don't defend misgendering people and using the R slur. At least I don't shame people when they show symptoms of their disabilities.
Or if we let this continue. If you would have met up with him, do you understand who this guy is?
Well, I do now.
What do you think would have happened? Especially if we didn't know about it.
Probably really gross things.
Probably really gross things. That's so weird. Jesus Christ.
I didn't know about that. I didn't
But
hear
you've been
about
warned
it.
about. You were warned about him.
Not like that. You didn't tell me any of that.
Did I need
You told me
to?
he was like a
Did I need to?
fucking weirdo.
Oh! Oh wow, it's like the nitty gritty didn't really fucking matter because you were already warned about him.
It's
I don't know.
why are you?
He
I
seems
don't
alright.
understand why you're acting so shocked.
You
Why?
You didn't care who he was, Cindy.
I don't get
you
it.
didn't care because you even after he made those weird.
He's an he's an authority until he gets criticism or gets something wrong. I don't know. Even when he's if I'm so real, he is the entire internet has been up his asshole since he started defending Cindy, and he has dug in his heels as hard as he fucking can. He's literally only retracted things the bare minimum so that he can stop getting attacked. I think that he's really manipulative, to be honest, because he's convinced a lot of people that he had decent intentions. I don't think he did. it's been exposed recently that no, he fucking did not. So, yeah. Kind of fucking insane.
Weird passes at you, and you identified that it was weird. You didn't think, oh, something's up, I should probably not talk to him. You thugged it out. You powered through it. And I bet
You thugged it out. Is that racist to say? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna put a pin in that, in the maybe that's a racist thing to say. like I don't understand. Of course she continued to talk to Jar, because Jar was a YouTube channel with over 100,000 subscribers, who was trying his damnedest to save her public image so that maybe she could still have a platform. That was Jar's entire fucking thing. Yeah, no. Like, it's... The thing is here is that it's not... See, this is the thing of this video that I've been thinking about, right? He's not manipulative here to Cindy, I don't think. I mean, maybe he is a little bit, trying to make her feel shitty, shameful, whatever. But, like... What this feels like is manipulation on the general public. Like, the viewers who are watching. If he, like, reams Cindy out, then people will stop giving him flack for helping her. They'll feel bad for him, which already started to fucking happen until some of the new shit came out, recently. Like, the last, like, I think day. But, yeah. That's really what this video feels like, is him, like... making himself look better to everybody else.
I bet he would have graped you and you would have stayed quiet about it.
Okay,
That's
so
a big
long as it meant your
accusation.
fucking
I still stand by the fact that that's a big fucking accusation for Kumo to be making about Jar. Jar's a lot of fucking things, but ooh, that's a big one there for me.
Career was fixed.
Cindy,
Something we told you isn't in the fucking cards. Just a robot is an arrogant, ignorant, fucking bigoted ass.
And you're not?
You and any other...
Like, that is very true about Jar, but don't act like you're not. This is my favorite thing about bigots, especially in the ACC, is like one of them will be like a transphobe and the other one will be an ableist, and they'll both duke it out over which one is the most ableist, because they'll be like, how could you say this thing about disabled people? Well, how could you say this thing about transphobes? And they'll both defend themselves. Like...
other woman he's ever spoken to is a sex object. Black people and people of color are just a token for him to weaponize and defend himself from any sort of assertion that he's like offensive or problematic.
Yeah, and I swear to God, I'm gonna be pissed at myself. It was actually a Kumu I talked to. But like, in comments, I remember it was one of these motherfuckers sitting there, like, talking about fucking pronouns and like a bunch of like transphobic sentiments. I do not remember what fucking video it was on. Like, is there a fucking way to see comments that you have made on other channels? I'm curious. I want to look real quick. Bear with me, two people that are here. Going to YouTube. Get rid of that. Like, is there a way... Dear Lord, Chud is still live. Chud's been streaming all fucking day. I don't watch his shit, but like, because of the situation, he's been in my recommended, and I'm kind of over it. Would I see it in YouTube Studio? Question mark? No, there's comments that I've gotten. Feedback. This is this is just comments that I've gotten. If someone knows, is there a way for me to see, is there a way for me to see what I have said? Like, I can look at my old comments. Analytics, content, dashboard. Is there anything on the dashboard here for it? I don't think so. Huh. See comments. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know why it's telling me that there's comments there, but whatever. I give up. I give up.
The guy is
God only knows what you
like,
censored
we told
out
you
there.
he was
Why I literally listen, I'm gonna make a massive bet that he I'm gonna make a bet that he said an ableist slur. I'm gonna bet it. You think? Maybe not, because they don't think ableist slurs are a bad thing. I wanna speculate. I wanna speculate what he said there. He must have said something fucking egregious there for him to actually censor it. Or I don't know if he would have censored it or if Goblin would have.
trouble. We didn't get into exactly why because we didn't think it would really matter to
Off topic, but the fucking cat gif, this one's funny.
you. We told you he was trouble. You saw red flags, and then it took.
See, that cat is the reaction we all should be having towards Cinny. Like, what?
Goblin.
That's my
to
live
show
reaction.
Me his video and his interview for me to like be able to intervene, because you tried to you did this behind our backs. You have actively, Cindy, at every chance that I've given you advice because you didn't like how it sounded, or because it just wasn't what you...
Well, of course, she was looking for someone that could fix her fucking image. Again, why are you surprised?
...wanted to hear.
The cat
you
is
actively
a mood.
sought out different opinions.
No shit! No shit. Of course she went looking for different opinions. She has been online for a very long time, since she was a kid. This is a big part of her life, and she fucked it by being a fucking degenerate sack of crap. Her entire world is imploding in on itself. Of course, she's going to go looking for different opinions and someone that can save her. Like that's just human nature. Like, humans do not like to actively accept the consequences of their actions. That's just not a thing. Most people, when they do bad things, are going to try to defend themselves. This is why most people who do fucked up shit end up in a courtroom fighting for their freedom, because they don't want to just accept the consequences of what they've done. She's not gonna accept fuck off. She's gonna obviously look for people who can save her. What's happening? It's a lot. Long story short, there was an animation meme animator called Cindy Bear. They used to be called Scootaloo Love Sans. They were exposed about a month ago for sending sadomasochistic rape comics to a 14-year-old, and grooming that child, essentially. Right now, I'm reacting to a YouTube commentator called Kumo, who for whatever fucking reason decided to try and defend Cinny, even though pretending that he didn't. He absolutely fucking did. Finally, like, grill her, because he's acting shocked that she was lying to him and all this shit, right? It's a whole fucking mess. But I'm just... someone knocking on my door. Hang on, guys. I return. Can people hear me? Sorry, my property manager knocked on my door. He wanted something. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, no, it's a whole clusterfuck. Depending on how long this stream goes, I might only react to this video. I had other videos on the docket I wanted to look at. Because there's another YouTuber called Just a Robot who also decided to defend Cinny. My cursor moved, it did move. But there's a... Oh, I'm so glad you can hear me. There's another YouTuber called Just a Robot that defended Cinny. And this video is a former associate of him, Lyle Convoy. Got lots of opinions about. Kind of grilling him for it. And I had thoughts and opinions about this one as well. And then there was also this video, if I feel like it. This goes more into Kumo's really gross ass behavior that's been exposed. And there's also a fucking doc that I wanted to get into about Jar. But we'll see what happens. I ramble a lot. Is this going to be a 7-hour stream? Come back in 7 hours and you'll see.
Even though those opinions were telling you consistently, constantly, that you should trust me. And I'm just a YouTuber. I'm not your fucking defense attorney. I can't...
You've been acting like it. You've been acting like it, you fucking weird ass.
Fix anything for you. I'm just trying to help you. But not anymore. And especially because, like, I was wrong about your intent now. I thought I was just wrong about, like... I thought I was just wrong about you as a person, that you just didn't want to change. I was wrong about your intent. You've just fucking self-reported here.
Kumo is gross. Kumo is gross. Like, Kumo used to be on the level of just being, like, kind of ableist and transphobic, which bad, but, like, now we've gone past him being mad about pronouns and, like, not being able to use the R slur without criticism into, I'm gonna defend a child predator and then be shocked Pikachu when that doesn't go my way. Kumo's an anomaly. He, like, it's so funny that he spent, like, months roasting Lyo Convoy for being an anime villain, and now Kumo's over here being a fucking, cringe anime villain. Kamehameha or some shit, I don't fucking...
Do you have anything you want to say for yourself?
I didn't realize it was this bad.
What you didn't realize was this bad?
Who's a shocked Pikachu? What's a Pikachu? I don't know how to respond to that. You don't know what Pikachu is? Pikachu the Pokemon? Shocked Pikachu is a meme of a Pokemon, like, looking shocked.
Just me. Like, I don't know how to put it into words.
You gotta Google what... Nah, man. We gotta show what Pikachu is, man. We gotta show Pikachu. Apparently from 2003. No, we're not. Okay, there you go. Look at this is Pikachu. This is Pikachu the Pokemon. Shock Pikachu face is this. It's a frame from the Pokemon anime, and it became a reaction meme. There you go. There's our meme history for ya. Let's get rid of these tabs. I have 50 billion tabs. That is a deformed chicken. That, you know, you're serious about not knowing what Pikachu is. That's so great. A Pikachu is a deformed chicken. I love that.
Just
Cindy,
He's, you know what? This is really funny. Pikachu is supposed to be a mouse. I'll just leave you that little tidbit of information right there. He's based off of a mouse.
curious. Can I ask something?
Japanese
yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
Are you still,
Yeah, a lightning mouse specifically. Very true.
wanting or hoping that you could go back somehow to your YouTube career?
Of course she is, Goblin. Why is
I-
that even shocking
I
to
mean,
you?
a part of me does, just because that's
No
my
shit.
normal. That's what I've always had. That's like, I just want to go back to some sort of normalcy, but
So
You
Kuma,
don't get
question.
normalcy. You don't get normalcy.
With
Shoot.
what's been talked about here. Are you going to call? Is it? Can we call her a pedophile now?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm gonna need time to digest that.
What do you mean you're gonna need time to digest that, Kuma? What do you mean? What? Oh,
I mean, I'm not attracted to children. It's
Are you?
no.
You
The-
sure?
she's not gonna admit that if she is, so her words mean nothing.
And why did you have Enno read a fucking rape comic because you want?
Wait, hold on. This is a good catch. This is my one moment for Kumo in this video where he got a good question in there.
You
The-
sure?
Then why did you have Enno read a fucking rape comic because you wanted?
No. Wrong question, Goblin. Why were you interested in her reaction to a fucking rape comic?
Yeah,
I'm-
good question, Kumo. That's a good one.
I mean, her age had nothing to do with it. It was just shit. I thought of her as a friend, and I wanted
Are
my
you just
friend
an
to give
equal
me feedback.
opportunity offender?
What?
Are you just an equal opportunity offender?
Yes,
I
probably.
don't know what that means.
Yes, you do, dumbass.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Like, it's like. Will I make jokes about her being a pedophile? Yeah, sure. Is it possible that she is one? Yeah, sure. But, like, at the end of the day, I think what Cindy is an equal opportunity offender because she has done this to other people, not minors, but she has done this shit with a lot of other people. So, like. Yeah.
Or do you need me to spell it out for you? Of what
I
of what equal opportunity offender means?
I can try to guess, but
It means
I didn't-
She's playing stupid right here. Like, you guys, she knows. I don't know why Goblin's trying to explain it. I guess maybe to make it so that she can't pretend, but like, Cindy knows what that means. She's playing stupid, I think.
it means it doesn't matter the age or gender or whatever. It was just someone who expressed some modicum of interest in your fetish. So you decided to take advantage and engage with them in that. And take advantage.
We genuinely believed, Cinny, that you were just oversharing and this was like a result of...
What do you mean? You genuinely just believe she was oversharing? What do you mean? I cannot comprehend how you can see, like, well over 100 screenshots, almost 200 screenshots, I think, of a conversation between a 14-year-old and a 21-year-old. Like, I don't understand how you can see that conversation with very clear evidence of grooming. I don't give a shit what Kumo or anybody else says. Very clear evidence of grooming. And just boil it all down to Cindy being, like, to Cindy oversharing and it just being locker room girl chat. That is genuinely a thing that Kumo said. He is the one who came up with that. Locker room girl chat. Shut the fuck up. Like, how do you boil all of this down? Dude? Are you serious?
Of you being super autistic.
She said she was 18-time person. Actually, that's the crazy thing in GHM Productions. At the very, very beginning of the conversation that Cindy had with this child, Cindy confirms with the child how old they are. And so Cindy knew the entire time of their interactions that the child was 14. Entire time. So there's literally no excuses there. Like, she knew. She established how old the kid was in the beginning of their interactions. It's right there in the logs. It's so bad.
We gave you that benefit of the doubt when nobody else would.
Yeah, it's not even just it's not even like a situation of like them pretending or them being like quote unquote baited by someone who is younger, right? No, like they literally just it's so bad. Like, it's the most cut and dry obvious shit. The only reason Kumo and some of the other people defending Cindy decided that it wasn't grooming is because it didn't follow specific like fucking Google definitions of what grooming is, completely ignoring the fact that there's different types of grooming, that grooming can happen at any age, this, that, and the other, or the fact that just because there's specific criteria for a specific type of grooming doesn't necessarily mean that Cindy is good at it. You can be bad at something and still do something bad. That's a tongue twister. You can be bad at doing an action and still do the action. I did a live stream before reacting to Cindy's response video. It's really fucking bad. You could go watch. I'm pretty sure she took the response down. You could go watch her response video. I'm sure people have archived it by now. You could watch my stream. You could watch a million videos out there if you want to know more about the situation. Like, people, like, if you just type in Cindy, you can see here, that's Cindy Bear 03. You'll find a plethora of shit on it. There's good YouTubers out there. There's good YouTubers out there. I just think, unfortunately, the shitty ones get a lot of attention because, well, people like drama. Like, unfortunately, serious situations like this get boiled down to drama, the kind of shit that people listen to in the background. Like I fully admit that I am, unfortunately, one of those people. Like, this stuff was put in my face just because of YouTube recommended. The art commentary community is pretty adjacent to the kind of stuff that I'd watch. So I saw it, and of course it's playing in the background while I draw. So that's why these people are around, honestly, is because people watch them, unfortunately. Because people love bullshit like this. That's why I'm reacting to it, unfortunately. Like, I get a lot of entertainment out of picking this shit apart and calling them stupid 58 billion times. The unfortunate reality of humans. We are all predictable.
We were the only ones being fair. And rather than just...
I guess the one difference I'll pat myself on the back for is that I don't care to actually interact with these people. All of these people fight and interact with each other and do weird ass shit. I'm just watching from the sidelines. That's all I intend to do. I don't give a fuck to actually interact with these people, because, like, it doesn't, there's no point.
being honest.
I thought I was being honest. I didn't.
No, you
I wasn't. I wasn't trying to hide things. Like,
You weren't trying.
Lying by omission, Cindy. The debut of my Reactona sprites. Oh god. I'm gonna be a shit-ass PNG reaction channel. I mean, I in general have wanted to make little sprites. I used to, like, I've made reaction videos in the past to, like, less serious things, and I've, like, edited videos with little sprites, but, I'm low-key using these rambling streams, to get used to, like, being on stream, I suppose, and setting things up, because I'm so bad at technology. Because I'd like to do more streams with interesting things like gaming and, like, my art and shit. So I guess these little reaction streams are, like, guinea pigs for that. I like running my mouth. Something to know about me is I like running my mouth. So these reaction streams are fun for that.
Trying to omit important details like that?
But I didn't think it was an important detail.
That's so
Like,
convenient. Oh, did you forget that it happened?
I didn't forget. Well, I wasn't thinking about it.
Do you think about anything?
Not as of lately.
Poor baby.
That's a lie.
I mean,
That's
I don't
a lie.
know. I've been feeling kind of
You know
brain
what?
foggy, but
You know, all this time, like, every time you've come to me and you're like, I don't know what to think, I don't know what to do, oh, I'm freaking...
Yeah, no, like, that is a thing, right? But, people often call it ADHD B-roll or footage. It's just, because most people
Return
don't
all
want
the
to stare.
occasions with the
Looking out.
song, the
You
know what I
saying
think
that I'm
that
trying
was?
to bring to you that I hate. What? What?
Oh, that's Jericho. You scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I was trying to be cool and enter in with like a cool rap, but I scared you instead.
It scared me because I thought my video was playing when I had it paused, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, you're still on Apple's server? That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm on my fucking second account. I forgot that I was still in the server on my second account, man.
Nice.
I don't want to open it on stream to leave it. I'll leave it later. I think it's funny that Leo blocked me at some point on Twitter and I just left my second account. I'm surprised I wasn't banned. I'm actually unblocked on Twitter, by the way. I don't know when that happened.
Probably
that was-
realized how ridiculous all this was.
Maybe he did. But, like, fucking, like, it was months ago, right? I was in the comment section of another person I follow on Twitter that's kind of chill. I think they're cool. And I just got jump scared. Apple Fox. And I'm like, hello, you unblocked me? Interesting. Blitz the Wyvern says hi. Yeah,
Blitz,
so
hello.
this is Jericho, you guys. This is one of my besties.
I'm a lizard.
Yeah. This is the lizard man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, what I was saying, GHM products. That's an interesting name. Interesting name. I don't know who's hanging out with me right now with that name, but respect the grind. But that's just kind of the nature of, like, the internet and content like this, is they generally will just have, like, some random ass, like, thing playing on the screen just to keep, like, the viewer's attention. Because, like, most people won't, like, especially people who aren't doing a task while watching the video, it's hard for them to keep their attention. It's just something moving to stare at. Could say it's insensitive, but it's not really something people think about. It's literally just something to keep people looking at the screen.
What?
Someone in the comment section pointed out the fact that there's been, like, cat gifs playing on this serious video. Talking to a groomer plays random cat gifs. So I'm just explaining that's just like an online culture thing.
Yeah, because our attention span is ass.
Exactly.
me who has ADHD and appreciates the fucking silly ass cat videos that are on the side, because it's like, oh shit, when my brain is instantly bored of this 2-second conversation for whatever the fucking reason, I can look at this thing for a moment.
No, real. It's not even that too. Like for some people, it helps them focus. Yeah, it's the same as people who have gameplay in the background. Essentially, it just helps people focus on what's being said, instead of staring at a blank screen. But yeah, I'm gonna keep playing the video.
Should have been a Roblox obby video.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Oh shit, I'm still in Minecraft. I left it on.
What? What?
I left it on. I need salt for my bullshit.
No, wait a second. Wait a second. Your Minecraft is connected to Discord. You got to tell me how long you've been playing playing Minecraft, quote unquote.
Oh, I've probably been all day. I mean, I've been on and off all day. Oh shit, my tank is almost filled.
You have so much salt. Guys, I made a super epic Minecraft server. I'm gonna stream content of it eventually. Maybe I'll do that tonight when I'm done talking about stupid bullshit like this. Yeah, it definitely can come off as odd, but internet culture's fucking weird. Alright, I'm gonna play.
I feel like it's only
video.
odd when it's out of place from what people are talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it makes
true.
sense if you're it makes sense if you're talking about a video game and then you have video game stuff in the background, but it stops making sense when like you have video game stuff and you're talking about someone who was a rape victim, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like it just the juxtaposition between silly goofy, especially if it's like a silly goofy game. Like imagine having Stardew Valley gameplay in the background and you're talking about how
Yeah, see,
someone
that's
got
the
killed.
weird thing, right? That's the weird thing.
Uh-huh.
Like, Jar was talking to Cinny literally about how he needed to make gameplay footage for his fucking video reacting to Cinny. Like, or, like, defending Cinny, right? And, like, you know, with this cat gif, okay, it's something to keep your eyes busy so you can focus on the video. No thought was put in. They just have, like, random cats just, like, sitting there or, like, doing something.
If I was gonna do a deep talk and I wanted to have a video background, I would. This is definitely not the thing I want to rant about. But if I was gonna have a deep talk about bullshit or some fuckery that I or someone else did, right? I wouldn't do a fucking cat video. I think I'd put up like not an art stream, but like maybe like a cool animation, just like a know nothing, like galaxy animation with like some shooting stars.
Yeah,
or
right.
something.
Like a fucking r/video galaxy in the background, right? Yeah.
Yeah, either a galaxy or maybe like something naturey or something that sets the mood for like things that I want. I want every conversation I want, if it's going to be deep, I want it to be civil. So I want my background to be an animation of something civil. I feel like that would be the better way of
Yeah.
doing these kinds of things.
That's definitely
then you-
like good ADHD like video content for people to keep their attention, but it's like it feels less fucking random XD internet cringe when you're talking about something serious, you know what I mean? That's a good point. Ugh.
And I think that also devalues what you're arguing about, and why I can't like. I have a harder time respecting. Not that I like fully fucking hate people who have these silly arguments online or do this, but it's hard for me to respect anyone in this situation at all, regardless of this what happened, because of shit like that.
Yeah.
Where, you know, you're talking to me. Would you do when you're talking about the fourth dimension?
Yeah, what do you do,
I don't know.
Jericho?
A galaxy? I don't know. Maybe you show some atoms.
Touching grass. You know, like there's one of the other videos I wanted to react to tonight is which like I'm thinking about maybe we won't finish this call with Kumo because I do want to react a bit to this video with Lio Convoy and Just a Robot. Like Lyle in his videos often has like B-roll footage of him putting his like little models together because he likes making models. I think they're called Gundams or something. I don't fucking know. They're like little anime models. See, that
Are they
feels
like robots?
no, they're like anime
like-
figures. Like that
Oh,
to
okay.
me feels that's different to me. Like that's him just doing a craft while he's talking, I guess. It feels
Yeah.
more respectful, I guess, than like fucking memes. I think that's what's the throw off is that when it's like your serious conversation, memes. Like it like have something
I-
more like chill like on the screen, I
just-
guess.
I just think it's silly when it's like Minecraft jumping videos or like anything Roblox. If you have Roblox in your background as your thing, trying to keep people's attention, you're talking about people getting dealing with sexual harassment or like being attacked online or pedophilia or whatever. I'm just gonna be like, okay, yeah.
No, that is a big reason why they got popular. Like it's so the art commentary community is like kind of the perfect storm, I suppose, for this kind of shit to happen, because it's
And
a
it's
bunch
like, I
of
do
young
care about
people.
this.
It's a bunch of impressionable people. It attracts larger audiences because, and they can grow faster because a good portion of their audiences are minors because minors have more time to be online and do fuck shit, right?
Mhm.
But they have the audience for art and they also have the audience for drama. It's like the perfect fucking storm for these people to grow and get audiences of people who look up to them so fucking much and idolize them to a really unhealthy degree. I think that's a big reason why the art commentary community is full of such ridiculousness. Why it's so awful. Because anybody can grow a platform in the art commentary community with little trouble. If you have the dedication to just make videos and talk about drama, you'll grow very quickly in the art commentary community. You just have to talk about drama and like have good PNG stills or draw your own art. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And then you just gotta talk about whatever the hot topic is. Make some kind of exposed video, this, that, or the other.
That's what I need to do. I need to get one. It'll get me to do my own art, but two, I'll get an audience to see my cool lizard art. That's
Well, you could
brilliant.
do commentary or storytime videos without talking about serious shit. Like, you can be like, oh, here's my commentary on this game. I'm gonna draw a character from this game. Or here's a story about an art teacher I had. That was a really big popular one a couple years back, was art, like...
Oh, I was boring in school though. Even when I was super young, because my mom would tell me to be like, get A's or you're a bitch, and I'm like, I don't want to be a bitch, kind of thing. So I would,
I'm upset that I can't call your mom a bitch, because she's nice enough that I can't call her a bitch. But, like, she says things that make me sad sometimes.
She's getting better.
She's getting better in
been-
her old age.
Well, yeah, I've been talking with her. She actually sounds like she's kind of getting what I'm saying about our family and whatever. And she's like, yeah, I care about you though. And I was like, yeah, I know you do, but it's but this
Stop
is why
being
I feel it's
judgmental. There you go. You fixed
yeah.
it.
Well, yeah, she has. She's been working on it. She just wants me to do good. But now that I'm an adult, and I'm taking care of myself. She was telling me, it's like, it's different. And I guess for her in her mind, it's like, I haven't been. She's like, I haven't been around you at all, and you're taking care of yourself. You're doing all this stuff, so it's.
Yeah. You
it
don't gotta
really
be a
ends up
rich
being-
asshole that flexes having a house and kids and everything to be successful.
Yeah, and so I think she appreciates that, and
That's good.
I just worry about her. I worry about her too. She's my mom. She was like one of the only good things in my life growing up, regardless of all the other stuff. So, I
Just
wanted
watching
to-
this whole conversation, yeah, like we're talking about Lizard Man's mom.
Yeah, I love my mom, but sometimes she can be kind of much, especially when she's like judging you, but yet her life isn't in a position to be on that high horse, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so it's just you know, and I don't want that to be like a thing that separates us, but I also don't want to exist with that like all the time, you know, because it's very draining on my self-worth. Because I definitely
Mood.
looking back at my existence as a younger kid, my self-worth, I probably missed out on dating people when I was younger because of my self-worth, because I didn't believe that I was capable of doing stuff, that, you know, if I wasn't doing 110% well in school, that I wouldn't be a good person, so on and so forth. And I had my benefits from working as hard as I do with schooling. You know, I feel like I have a really good grasp at solving problems. People, I mean,
Where are we
just
going
people,
with this, bestie?
I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm going on a rant. On my fault. My mom, I love her. I just don't want to be judgmental.
Mood. I'm going to be judgmental to these people.
Yeah.
Are you watching the stream on Discord so that you can see it in real time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Hold on.
You can see it in real
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was looking at your main stream. Because I can't see I guess I can see your... No, I can't see the messages. I don't know how you... Why do you have your Streamlabs up?
Paranoia, I guess, that something's gonna break.
No.
I guess I can get rid of it.
I was like, you can put it away. At least I'm here watching it. So I can let you know if it breaks.
Let me know if it breaks then.
Alright, full screen this bitch.
Full screen the bitch. Alright. I'm gonna play. How long is the stream, by the way? I'm curious. I know I've been running my mouth a lot. It's gotta be over an hour at least.
It's 2 hours.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Man, 2 hours of commentary for 35 minutes of this shit-ass video. The endless vortex of infinity. No. Yeah, the endless vortex of cat gifs is gone. I'm sorry. See, you get it. You like watching the brain rot on screen. So you get it. Oh, I'm playing the video.
What?
I think that was a cover for what you weren't telling me. I think you just couldn't communicate or think, quote unquote, think straight, because there was something something you were doing behind our backs. Because there literally was.
She couldn't think straight for a whole host of reasons, and those reasons are that she's a manipulative bitch that's having her entire world implode because her behavior is being exposed.
I think that's what that was. That's my theory of the day, is that your
theory of the day.
You refused or could not communicate any of what was bothering you because you knew we would disapprove. Am I wrong on that? Am I like crazy far off?
I mostly just... I don't think that's right. It's just... I don't know how to fix
If it is
my
right,
own problems.
if it is right, Sandy, what use is there in like denying it?
I mean, I don't think it's right. I don't...
You don't think it is? Could it be? Honestly, Cindy, what is the use in denying anything? Honestly.
What was the use of defending her in the first place, dumbass? Like, the context of this conversation is just so fucking crazy. Like, you like, Batman swooped in to, like, save the image of a fucking creep and are acting shocked that your now newly formed friend in this creep is actually a piece of shit?
Don't think about the right answer. There's only one. It's the truth. So what's the truth?
I don't want to think that I'm just this terrible.
And there it is, folks. That's no one who does bad shit wants to believe that they are that terrible.
I think it's also just kind of crazy. Like, what's the point of this interrogation if you already have these allegations? I feel like
That's what I'm saying, right? So the context
I feel
between
like if
this,
the
the context of this conversation is that Cindy, quote unquote, went behind Kumo's back to work with Jar and has been like lying by omission and stuff to see which one of them is going to be able to fix her fucking career. And so he feels hashtag betrayed by that, and so now he's reaming her out for that. And there also was a new little tidbit of information discovered that apparently Kumo didn't know about, was the fact that Cindy had the 14-year-old read out the rape comic like in a VC because Cindy wanted to hear the child's reaction to it. So he's also reaming her out for that. Although, like, he discovers that during this call. Because Goblin says so. Oh no, it's the consequences of my own actions, right? All, like, everything that's happened has been the consequences of her actions. And like this call here, and after a little while after this call was made, she actually made like a announcement saying about how she's realized what she done wrong. She said that she's realized what she done wrong like 3 or 4 times, and every single time she's saying like, oh, I didn't know how bad things were, yada yada. Every single time she's had like 3 or 4 epiphanies. So every time she gets called out for new bullshit or some plan of action to fix her career falls through, she's like, I realize what I did wrong, I will do better, kind of shit.
either she doesn't feel like she actually did anything wrong, as just saying stuff.
No, she doesn't.
But also, like, are they actually coming up with ideas, or are they just like attacking her without actually like have a plan to do something or consequences if she doesn't?
That's the thing. These people don't have like, there's no recourse here. They're just gonna ream her out, and then the call ends, and I don't think anything else is gonna happen.
And then she's gonna go to sleep, and then she's gonna wake up tomorrow, and then she's gonna be in the same call with the same audience, with the same people, with the same Discord, with the same amount of people. Nothing changes.
Yeah, no, nothing changes. Like, I mean,
like,
the entire internet hates her, but she's not facing real consequences. Like,
that's what I'm saying. What does it mean to have the entire internet? The entire internet hates me. They don't like my shit. They don't like my shit. That must mean they hate me. You know, like, what does that mean, though? What does that mean?
The worst consequences that she has gotten so far is that she's lost friends, she's lost some friends, and she's losing her YouTube career. And like, that for what the damage that she has done to someone, that's like nothing. That's getting off light.
Well, I was gonna say in general though, like, losing YouTube career. I mean, I've heard that said by a lot of people, and really just means
her YouTube career is actually profitable, Jericho. She's losing an art career with a Patreon and like over half a million subscribers. Like, she had an income, a real income, I think, from this shit. Like, obviously it wasn't enough to live on, but it was still something decent and something that she has had since she was a child herself. So it is substantial. Like, it does matter. But my stance, though, is that for the damage that she did to this child, it's obviously not enough. It's not, like, because at the end of the day, she could just, like, spend, like, 5 months practicing with her art to change her style and come back with, like, a voice changer and start over from scratch. Because she is a skilled artist. Like, so at the end of the day, she hasn't really lost a lot, I guess, quote unquote. She's lost a lot, but at the same time, she hasn't. It's still, the consequences she should be getting is legal consequences. Because what she did is like an actual crime. Like, it's not even just like the moral issue of it. Like, what she did is like a legitimate crime. So, but yeah. My personal theory that I was saying earlier, Jericho, with this personal reaming out is I think that this is less about, like, I think Kumo is dumb, and I think that this conversation does matter, that maybe he's actually upset and hurt about this, but I think that the biggest portion of this is, like, to make the general public be like, oh, you know, the people will stop canceling me if I yell at Cinny, right? They'll feel bad for me if they think I'm like a fucking victim and I've been hurt. They'll feel bad for me and forgive me because he was going hard, like defending her. That's my personal theory on this video, is that like, oh, they'll stop canceling me if they hear me ream her out. But man.
Well, to be honest, I didn't either. You haven't really left me much choice on that, though, have you?
I guess not.
Your mother walked in and politely screamed, "What are you watching? Are you a kid? If you're a kid, why are you here?" Respectfully, if you're a child, please go away. I'm talking about really fucked up shit that's not for minors. Not to be disrespectful to you, but you don't need to be listening to this if you're a kid.
I didn't.
You're still a kid. A teenager's a kid. Teenager is a kid. I know. I know. I was there when you're a teen, especially an older teen. You think you're mature. I promise, bestie. You're still a kid. Don't fight it. Enjoy your kid years. I wish I could go back to being a teenager. I would take the awkward bullshit over my life any day. The only thing I'd miss about my life right now is, like, my current friends that I met as an adult. That's it.
I'm actually okay with my current life. I just wish I had some. Well, not fully okay, but I don't hate a good portion of it. It's better than my time in high school, that's for sure. I just got bullied a lot by people who were indifferent to me being black.
Yeah. My high school career wasn't amazing, but I definitely had my moments. I had a handful of teachers who liked me. Like, obviously, all the struggles that I appreciate you respectfully leaving. Thank you. Tune into my other streams if you want. Like, I don't just talk about weird ass shit. I also do normal art too. Those are appropriate.
After we finish this, you want to do some Minecraft stream? That way they can come back and watch.
Yeah, I could do Minecraft stream after this. We'll see how tired I am. I woke up at like 6 this morning, but
okay.
I'm fired up.
I was gonna say.
I'm fired up. I'm doing things. But what was I saying? No, high school for me, like it is what it is. Like, obviously, in the moment as a kid, like, everything feels like your world's collapsing. My mental health was in the gutter. But comparatively, as an adult, if I could know what I know now and go back in time, I would. I would. If I could do a redo knowing what I know now, my life would be better, genuinely.
You know what's crazy, Cindy, is we're giving you chances to respond, and you're just like...
I'm having trouble.
I'm having trouble coming up with more manipulation.
I don't know. At first, I thought, like, you said, like that I was coming to these conclusions.
I always find it funny when someone is being attacked, I don't know, someone AFAB being attacked. It's the instinct is to be like as small and cutesy as possible to make it seem like you didn't do something bad. I literally had the same effect happen. I don't know. It makes me mad. Like, being cute and soft and weak is gonna make me have empathy for the shit that you did.
I mean, in fairness, I get pathetic and weak and soft when I'm sad, but I also don't like that. I feel like that's just like a reaction that people have, but I do get what you're saying. I do hate it when, like, AFAB people who've done actually bad shit use it as like a manipulation. Because I'm gonna be so real. This is a thing I've said multiple times. I'm convinced that the reason why things are quote unquote going so well in Sini's favor is because she's a woman. Like, if she was a guy, I doubt that Kumo or Jar would have given a shit and would have been just joining the classic bandwagon of, oh my god, look at this groomer, guys. Ooh, look at this groomer. Like, I feel like there'd be a lot less people arguing on the nuances of grooming if Cinny was a guy. And I hate that. Women can be predators too.
No, that's what I'm saying. This is what, like, for instance, this is off topic, but you remember the girl who stole my JBL?
Yeah.
She was doing the same thing. Like at least one thing I can
She's
respect
like, I'm
about guys.
just a girl.
Yeah, one thing I can respect about guys who do bad. Some guys that know they've done bad, they just own it. They own it, and there's some energy about it. Like, yeah, okay, regardless of how they own it, it just depends on who they are as a person.
I don't know.
But, like,
I've met a lot of whiny piss baby men in my life, Jericho.
no,
I've met a lot of them.
I'm not saying it's every guy. There is whiny piss baby people out there. You're right. I shouldn't make this, and I'm sure there's girls out there who own up to situations where they fuck up too. I'm making generalizations. I think it just makes me mad when I see it from some girls as if
You're mad at the double standard that happens, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I hate that double standard. Because, like, you know, could we sit here and have a conversation about how statistically, like, AMAB people do more praying, quote unquote? Yeah, sure, we could look at statistics, but at the end of the day, that doesn't matter when we're actually, like, focusing on the fact that women can just straight up be a predator too. You know, just because it's less common for women to do this doesn't mean that it's not something that absolutely fucking happens. And I think that is a big thing. And, you know, I feel like that's another reason why Cinny is not going to face nearly as many IRL consequences. Most people will not take it seriously. Most, like, especially IRL, like, if they get into the legal system and everything, people won't take it seriously at all. Do I want to finish this video?
Just finish it out right now. Well, let's not interrupt it. Let's watch the rest of it without talking.
No, I think, because the whole point of this is being reaction. I'd rather...
Yeah, no, we watch it first and then we react afterwards. Like, actually take points, because we keep pausing it without actually giving us a chance to see what's happening.
Well, I mean, that's usual for this kind of content. Jesus. I don't know if anyone is here from beginning, but I'm still doing it. I did it. I did a better one. I want to listen to this video, and this video is an hour long. But yeah, alright.
It's way too late, and that I didn't mean what I said. I thought the issue before was just that I was putting my energy into the wrong place, because I was talking to Enno about this stuff when that shouldn't have happened. But my realization.
That was also an issue, and I forgave. I dropped it, and I said, you know what, whatever. There's nothing we can do about that, because it was.
There is things you can do about it. You can go to the police and turn yourself in. Like, obviously, sometimes the cops are going to fail and they're not going to do anything. They might just say, okay, I don't care, you know? That's a possibility with Cindy being a woman. They might not take it seriously. However, if you wanted to do the right thing, you would go turn yourself in with the screenshots and all the evidence of your shit, and you would accept whatever charges come. That is what you do.
It was out of any one of our fucking control. It was stupid, and it was honestly very self-sabotage. It was self-sabotage, but honestly, I'm glad you did it now. I'm glad you did. Because it's making all of this easier.
Oh my god.
My new realization was just that it shouldn't be for anyone, honestly. Like, that I thought the way I thought was just normal.
No, it's not. You're aware that you were an abuse victim, and you're aware that because of that, you have non-con fetishes and you are like hypersexual. That's a disorder, Cindy. You're aware that you have that disorder. You know that that makes it not it's not normal. Like behaving this way and talking to people this way on the regular with people you don't know, especially with the platform you have, is not normal. This is not how you ERP, right? That's not how any of this works. She's so dumb.
I thought that like it was normal to talk to people the way I did.
Okay, question. So
Like at first I thought it was just the issue of me talking to a minor like that, but
Like
Was that not already evident to you? That's an issue. That bothers me already.
yeah, like okay, so the defense that she has, and like this is an actual criticism of the community that she grew up in. The animation meme community she grew up in was very, very sexual, and it was a lot of adults like encouraging this kind of behavior with kids. Cindy is a victim herself of this behavior. The problem is that Cindy, as an adult now, is like aware that this stuff is wrong, and like she's criticized people for this kind of shit. Like she's very aware that this behavior now is wrong. So her using it as this shit was normalized to me as a kid defense doesn't actually work for her, because like we know that she knows that this stuff isn't okay. So for her to like know that she's got disorders regarding this stuff, know that she's got these traumas and everything, to sit there and be like, I didn't know anything was wrong, I thought this was normal, it's weird. And it's even more weird when you consider the fact that like someone with 500,000 subscribers doesn't realize the power imbalance they have. Like I'm ultimately a nobody online, and even I consider the like amount of power I have online as a voice, and I care about how I conduct myself so I don't hurt people with my voice, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's because it matters. It matters how you interact with people. And like I think about like the minor fans that I've had, right? Like I've met people online, and they're a minor, they're like a teenager, and they're like, oh my god, it's you, because like maybe I say their art's cool, and they're like, oh my god, it's you, holy shit, I used to watch your speed paints religiously when I was a kid. And I'm like, well, you're still a kid, but you know. But like when I interact with minors like that, I don't immediately think, oh, what a perfect opportunity to send them porn. That's not normal. How do you think that that's normal, especially when you literally were a victim of that shit and you're aware the damage it did to you? Like, you're self-aware, and now you're still pretending you're not, because you want people to feel sympathy for you. Gross. Like, man, I said it, and I think it was in, like, this stream I did originally on Cine. Like, honestly, it's kind of fucking funny. When I meet someone, right, online, and I start interacting with them, I learn their age and everything, they are forever in my mind going to be that age. It's unfortunate. Like, my friend Jay, I've known him for years. I met him when he was 15. He's a fucking grown-ass adult now, and honestly, when I remember the fact that he's a grown-ass adult now, I feel old as shit. But in my brain, in my mind's eye, I still see him as a kid. People don't age.
Weird.
People don't age in my brain. Like, unless I know them IRL, people don't age in my brain. Like, my nieces and nephews, I don't see them very much IRL. The eldest is a goddamn teenager. Honestly, the oldest is about the same age as the fucking victim in this story. I know? They're like the same age. But in my mind, my eldest niece is fucking still a little kid. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't consider, like, people don't age in my brain. It's so weird. I'm weird like that. Like, I think my eldest nephew, step nephew. Yeah, he's my nephew. I don't know. It's fucking weird. I don't interact with him a lot because he wasn't around a lot. But I'm getting off topic. I think he's like what, 15 or 16 now. Like if I saw this kid, he'd probably have a deep voice now, and I know that that's the thing logically, but in my brain, he's still a kid. He's still like 7 years old in my brain. My god.
But I'm realizing I shouldn't be talking to anyone like that.
Wait, so Sandy, you
Okay,
don't
so
see
you
an issue.
do understand what equal opportunity offender is, because you know that you shouldn't be doing this with anyone.
By having a minor read you porn?
I never said that.
Well, I mean, it's not
No,
like the.
Cindy.
It's not like reading of the porn was bad. It was that she had a minor do it. Like if it was another adult reading it to another adult, we wouldn't have this conversation. So I don't know. For me, when she says, "Oh, I shouldn't have anybody say that," it's like I'm
Well, no,
giving
she's
up.
specifically talking about how she shouldn't be doing this like sexual talk with anyone, because like honestly she shouldn't, because like if she gets into these kinds of conversations with people way too quickly, it's not a healthy thing for her to be doing with the kind of power and audience she has. And there is also like the problem of her potentially being an orbiter. I would consider her an orbiter, considering she knew people who were minors, and like as soon as they were adults, she started doing this with them. You know, it's just, it's there's nothing wrong in itself with ERP. There's nothing wrong with being sexual or role playing or doing any of this stuff. The issue is like the way she goes about it, the way she pushes boundaries.
I mean,
because
she was doing this. She was doing this with a minor. It's plain and simple. Like it's different. It's different when you're doing this stuff with a. It's weird, sure, but we're all weird. But when you start doing it with a minor without disregard, and then playing it off as if somehow everything that I do is bad, and that's why I shouldn't do this. And it's very evident that she's like, she herself hasn't grown up.
No, it's her.
Like
It's herself. It's her. Like, she knows she doesn't have self-control. That's, I think, where this thought is coming from. Like, she shouldn't be doing this with people because she doesn't have any self-control. Which is true. Like it's clear that she doesn't have self-control. Regardless, get fucked.
You knew it was an issue because we told you this is beyond just kids. And this is what I've been saying vehemently from the rooftops, that it's beyond just kids. You are a danger to not only yourself, but everyone around you. Men, women, children, maybe even animals. You're a danger.
Kumo!
Wow.
Kumo, where are we going with this? Like, dude.
That's violent. No, that's just violent. Holy
yeah,
fuck.
like, come on, dude. You weren't here for this earlier, but he was, like, just straight up saying that, like, Jar might, like, have tried to rape Cinny, and, like, that was probably his fucking call. Literally called him just a rapist instead of just a robot. And, like, listen, Jar's a lot of things, but from my understanding, that's a bit much to say about him. Jar's a racist, Jar's a misogynist, Jar's an ableist, Jar's a lot of fucking things. But a rapist, that's a big accusation. That's a big thing to say. Okay.
To everyone around you. You have problems that are much deeper rooted than what everyone is saying they are. You need to work on these problems. You need to go to therapy. And you know what you've said to me for like nearly the last month? Even post-Jar interview? You know what you've been saying to me? In response to each and every point there. Yes, Kumo, you're right. And you've even parroted what I've said. You very consistently parrot what I said.
This conversation's boring me. I kind of want to watch some of the. Okay, you decide, Jericho. Do I watch some of the Call with Lio Convoy, or do I watch some of the stuff from Leia Something's stream that talks more about Kumo's bullshit?
I don't know these people much. Whatever you
Lio
feel like
Convoy, Lio Convoy is reaming out Just a Robot for like doing this shit with Cine, and then the Leia stream, she's basically talking about some new shit that's come out about Kumo and like the bullshit that he got up to.
Let's hear about the new show.
The new shit. All right, I guess let's shift over to that. Actually, there's one thing that because this stream is so long, I'm not gonna end up watching all of the content that I want to. I'll save the Lio Convoy stream for another time. However, there's something that I do want to point out in the fucking Lio Convoy video. He says to Jar, like, it basically brings up the fact that now that you've done something this fucked up, people are gonna dig and they're gonna find the skeletons in your closet kind of shit. Literally, this video came out 16 hours ago, and while I was in the process of setting up this stream, I saw a fucking link from a Twitter, from a link from like a, like the community notes thing, led to a Twitter account, led to this Twitter account, right? And they're making a doc about Just a Robot. And here's the doc, essentially. Yeah, so basically Jar, according to this doc, the screenshots are a bit weird, but it's definitely, there is a video that goes through it, a recording of the DMs. But basically, Jar in 2020, I think it was, asked this at the time 17-year-old to draw NSFW and sent a link, just a straight up link to a Google Images search of Jaden Animations porn. So
Jaden animation porn. I didn't know she did porn.
She doesn't do porn. She's an asexual, and people just make porn of her. She's like explicitly said she doesn't like it, but people of course do it because R34. So one, Jar's creepy for like looking up this kind of shit in the first place, because I think it's disgusting to like interact with content of someone's character that's meant to be like themselves. Like that little doodle of Jaden Animations is meant to be her. But then sending that to a 17-year-old as reference, that's what this link goes to. Sending that to a 17-year-old's reference to get NSFW. This is what was drawn. It's not straight up pornography.
It's softcore porn.
Yeah. So.
No, I don't know. I mean, it's on that edge. I wouldn't call it pornography, honestly, because definitely girls in bikini are more risque than this.
Yeah, but like regardless, it's clearly like a sexual thing. It's meant to be sexual, and they sent a link of porn as reference and inspiration to a 17-year-old. So icky. This is a recording of the DMs, so it's more than just screenshots. I don't know how. I don't know how old Jar would have been at this time, but I know that he was an adult when this happened. And this person's true. Now that Jar's basically been knocked down a peg for his behavior, this person felt safe coming out about this degeneracy. Excuse me. I'm just waiting. Lio was right. People are going to dig, and people are going to come out with their own experiences. It's gonna happen. So, yeah. I just wanted to point that out there. That's crazy. Like I literally a couple hours ago when I first saw the Lio convoy call, I was like, oh my god, and I watched it because I was not expecting him to say anything because he gone to himself after his like royal ass kicking a couple months back. I was not expecting him to comment on this situation at all. But to hear him say they're gonna start digging, and then like I immediately see this fucking dock. Yeah. So we get rid of that. And get rid of that. Let's watch some of the Leia stream. We'll get rid of the.
Oh, that
What?
needs to be upgraded. No,
You're
don't
playing.
ignore
You're
me.
playing Schmeinschmaft, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm just doing my fucking mechanism stuff. It genuinely makes me happy when I step into my base and I can like do like I push a button and a lot of things happen. I don't know. I've always been a fan of like Roots Goldberg devices and shit where you hit one thing and a bunch of goofy stuff happens and then you get this other thing that poops out. I'm a big fan of that. It's fun. It's fun when you put like, oh, check out this contraption. I push a button and I get burgers. And you look behind the hood, like you lift up the hood, and it's just like an amalgamation of confusing bullshit. And you're like, oh, this makes my head hurt, but also this is cool as fuck.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna
So-
play the video.
Mhm.
And I was just like, you're coaching her. This is weird. Why are you too close to this situation? This is weird. Why are you getting too close? You're coaching her. This is odd. I don't like it. I had my opinions. He didn't like that I had my opinions. We got to a point where we agreed to disagree. I was about ready to burn the bridge right there. I even apologized to Kumo in that blood sport.
Yeah. Oof.
Like, I have egg on my face because of this. Like, I'm never gonna freaking apologize ever again. I should learn the lesson because
Yeah, no, a lot of people like were like, yeah, Kumo's not that bad, but like, ooh, ooh.
I think I've said it before in commentary like a few months ago. I'm never going to apologize to anyone ever again. No matter how mean I am, I'm never going to apologize ever again. But no, I apologized to Kumo, and now I have egg on my face, and look, here we are again.
What do you mean by
Whatever.
that? Not
so
apologizing
you
to
gave
anyone
it-
ever again.
Because it just is a thing every time. Like the running thing here is that every time she's apologized to someone, it turns out actually she should not have apologized. And that's what's happening here. She apologized to Kumo, thinking, "Oh yeah, I guess he had okay intentions, even though the execution wasn't great," kind of thing. But now she's finding out that actually Kumo is like a little Larry lies a lot, and is doing like fucked up shit behind the scenes. So that's where the whole like she shouldn't have apologized to him thing comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His reasons, and he's like, okay, I'm just helping Cindy get out of this whole situation with her work because people at her work are harassing her. I think
Deserved.
it's like, I think he's coaching her. He made it sound like he was just like helping her. He also made it sound like he was telling her to go to therapy. I thought it was odd. He gave his reasons. I respected that he gave his reasons, and I just left it at that. I watched Queeman's live stream like a few days ago. Queeman goes
I don't
over
know
the
anything
DMs
about who Queeman
between
is.
Cindy and Kumo because Kumo's a freaking dumbass and sends the DMs to Chud to be like to have the appearance of transparency and sends the DMs to Chud. Chud looks over the DMs, but then Chud goes and sends the DMs to Queeman, and Queeman's gonna really look over stuff with a fine tooth.
I don't know if you heard it earlier. Chud Logic or Chud, whatever the fuck, he's not really involved. He's just someone who is like, he's just like a streamer who like covers situations. Not a great guy. He definitely gives me that like dog whistle, like ableist energy kind of guy who defends being like, I'm gonna say the R slur, and if you don't like it, fuck off. I mean, his name's Chud Logic, and like he got his start on YouTube, as far as I'm aware, in like the political debate sphere. So
You're saying art? Are you talking me just calling someone retarded?
yeah, that's a slur.
Okay.
Tooth comb. Right? Queeman looks into things. That's just. That's who Queeman is. He just naturally looks into things. And that's fine that Queeman's like that. He's a commentary creator. Commentary people do that. So Queeman looks into it. He sees the manipulation for what it is. Those DMs that Kumo sent to Chud very much were misrepresented to me. Those DMs showed that Kumo had a way more intimate relationship or friendship or whatever, intimate dialogue between Cinebear and Kumo than what was presented to me. And when I found that out by watching the Queeman stream, that irks me because you are presenting to me something different, and I am finding out after the fact that it's something different, and you're not telling me to my face the truth. And
Honestly, I don't know why anyone is surprised that Kumo is a dumbass and that Kumo has like maybe ulterior motives or is like shitty. Like, I really don't understand why anyone in this community is ever surprised when someone does something shitty. I don't understand why any of you are shocked.
I don't get it either.
Problem with that. I have an issue with liars. Okay? I don't lie to you. I've never lied to Kumo, and he wants to sit here and be like, "Oh, Leah, you're burning the bridge with me. Oh my god, this is I'm gonna Pikachu face. I'm gonna play the victim card. Leah, this is so mean that you're gonna burn the bridge with me over this Cinebear stuff. It's just so horrible. I'm Pikachu facing. I defended you to Gilded Poo. And this is how you repay me.
Gilded Poo is also a piece of shit.
You scratched my back.
I don't know. I don't get it. Like, it's so, these people run around in their little spheres talking to each other, like theory crafting and narrative crafting and being like getting the dirt on people, and like I just all like 99% of you suck. You all suck.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you all suck. You all are like rude to each other. You all will turn on each other in a heartbeat if something comes out. Most of you, I don't think, have good intentions. And even if some of you do have good intentions, every single fucker in this community is something. Is either misogynistic or transphobic or ableist. And they'll all like individually argue as to why they are not that thing with every fiber of their being. Like, even though this community like prides itself, everyone in this community apparently prides itself on being some kind of like moral authority, even though they say they're not a moral authority. It's so funny. It's so ridiculous. Jericho, I'm a moral authority. Did you know that?
Yeah, moral authority on these nuts.
Oh, okay.
Right, that kind of bullshit. He didn't directly say that, guys. This is like an implied thing, okay? That's not a direct quote. But he's doing that. He's playing the victim card with me. The scorn friend. Then I find out he lies and presents something different. And then I find it out.
Shocker.
I find out through Queeman, because Queeman reads the DMs and shows the live stream, his audience, for what it really is. Then in that same live stream, I find out because Kumo made it sound like Cindy had gotten drugged at work and that her coworkers were trying to drug her at
Yeah.
work for
Crazy
whatever
shit.
reason. And through the live stream, I find out that that's completely not true. Chud goes over it. Chud's even went over it earlier in his live stream today, and there's like a narrative crafting between Cindy and Kumo. And Kumo's trying to convince Cindy Bear that her coworkers are trying to drug her or whatever. Stream editors
Weird as
note,
shit.
I do feel comfortable going over Chud's live stream. Because
Like,
this was
like for the record, like you'll kind of see it going forward, but like for the record, Kumo doesn't have anything to go off of for that wild theory, right? And like, it's weird, and it just feels like Kumo is trying to find a way to use Cindy, right? Because Cindy is vulnerable, doing the same thing to her that Jar did. And like we just listened to Kumo talk about how vulnerable Cindy is to be could be taken advantage of. You're in a perfect position to be taken advantage of, and now like it's so obvious that Kumo was doing it, right? It's so crazy.
was breaking on Chud's stream the very same day, so now it's like one day over. I feel comfortable going over Chud's live stream. Credit to Chud for going over these DMs. Thank you, Chud. For going over the DMs.
I don't care
You're
about
bigger
Chud.
than me, so I
Fuck Chud.
appreciate you going over the DMs and everything. So let's go over it.
So it's like nothing is like eliciting this, leading to this, bringing this forward.
And again, this was in regards specifically to Kumo starting this narrative that Cindy was drugged by her coworkers.
But out of nowhere, it's Cindy, do you smoke like weed? I don't smoke, firmly against it. Any kind of drug. I don't think I'd come
This
up with
part's
this.
really funny,
Any kind of
honestly.
drugs,
Can't
weed,
lie.
gummy, knowingly, yeah. Wait, why are you asking me this? Do you have a history of narcotics? Nothing bad or that would worry you. Heart. I do not.
See, like even like this heart stuff. Like, why are you sending this to Cindy Bear? Heart, like
real.
You presented something to me very different from what you told me, Kumo, and like I think it's absolutely hilarious that during our blood sports, when I asked for these specific DMs and the DMs in that group chat, that support group chat, you got specifically defensive. You told me to F off. You got real high energy with me. You told me to F off.
But bear in mind, this is 3rd of October.
Yeah, every time Kumo is backed into a corner or criticized or really caught, he's like, no, I'm gonna double down, fuck off, I got my opinions, you guys are all stupid, you're dumb. Like, it's so crazy. He's, it's crazy.
We're talking
Yeah,
about
it is.
like, just over 2 weeks ago. It's not even that long ago this conversation occurred. I do not. I've only ever taken prescription drugs. Do you take medications? I take birth control and an antidepressant. Are you open about this publicly? I don't know if I've ever publicly mentioned being medicated, but I'm not trying to hide it. Okay, well, Cindy, I have good news for you. When the time comes, I've learned something and figured out how to shut down the fear-mongering and accusations of you threatening to kill Jack. You were drugged.
There's the narrative crafting.
You hear that? There's
Yeah.
There's Kumo, right? In the DMs of someone who sent rape porn to a minor.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up with ways for Cindy to lie, essentially, to the general public, to change the narrative about Jack. Crazy shit. Yeah, but yeah, we should totally trust Kumo. He had good intentions, right?
There's the narrative crafting. Kumo, hi. You're too involved. You pulled a Just a Robot, buddy.
Yeah, he did.
You're gone. You are so freaking done. It's like beyond helping you.
I don't know how it works, because I've referred to this conversation as like acting like her defense attorney, right?
No, that's not. This isn't even defense attorney like. This is
Yeah, no,
straight
real.
up narrative crafting. This is beyond defense attorney. This is beyond argue. When you argue as an attorney, and I'm not an attorney, I just have my silly associate's degree as a paralegal. But when attorneys argue, they argue based on facts. They present their argument on the facts
Nice.
of the situation. They don't go and narrative craft based off of nothing. This is absolute insanity.
I don't even know if this would be covered by defense attorney shit, because I don't know if a defense attorney would whole cloth craft the narrative and present
They
it to
wouldn't.
their client.
They wouldn't.
Normally, you take a look at the evidence and come up with the best legal argument you can. And I'm pretty sure that defense attorneys have to work with the facts of the case. They can't just make shit up. Oh, you were drunk.
No.
While you were clearly in distress.
No, they do.
You're
That's-
a tiny
that's-
woman, 100 pounds soaking wet on a bad day.
What?
I was like, they can't. That's illegal if they make up things. I forget what it's called, but I mean, Better Call Saul talked about it.
Isn't it like contempt of court? No, that's not contempt of court. Regardless, it's fucked up. And that's the kind of shit Kuma was doing, you know? Obviously, this isn't
Oh,
a
yeah.
court of law. This is a court of public opinion with a bunch of wild cards everywhere. But even still, point being, it's fucked up.
And you had THC in your system mixed with your antidepressants and very obvious poor mental state. You had zero.
All right, so
I think that's the funniest part here. He's trying to say that, like, THC is going to react with your antidepressants. So Kumo's a doctor now.
THC mixed with antidepressants, I'm confident that does nothing. So even Kumo saying that is literally theory crafting. Kumo, I am not a doctor, you are not a doctor. You are literally theory crafting when you say you had THC in your system mixed with your antidepressants. Are you kidding me? You are crazy, dude.
Zero dopamine in your system, so the obvious result was you were paranoid and anxious. You were declining mentally under
She's
the influence of
paranoid.
drugs.
She's paranoid and anxious because she was exposed for being a fucking degenerate, and her entire like world is collapsing because of the consequences of her actions. That's why she's paranoid, not because of fucking weed and antidepressants.
And shouldn't have given the best, and you shouldn't have been given. And the best part is one of your friends confessed it, and they all made fun of you over it. I've theorized that's one of the many reasons they've been freaking out doing damage control. What do you mean they've been doing damage control? Well, the panic tweet showing screenshots of you saying you were going to kill Jack, for example. They did that literally admitting in private that those weren't substantial threats to Jack. They didn't tell Laurel in the chat that they drugged you. What was the body type of the guy who gave you the gummies? Twink. Wait, the weed gummies?
Wink.
You're saying they drugged me with weed gummies?
Like, even Cindy saying that, you're saying they drugged me with weed gummies, like, she still isn't even certain.
How tall, and could you guess the body fat percentage?
And, like, what is the relevancy of even talking about the person that gave her...
Like, I think that's, to me, that sounds like Kumo, like 360 no-scope big braining, fucking how to, like, explain why the weed gummies would have, like, fucked Cinny up, right? Like, oh, you can say, oh, if, like, just saying they didn't straight up drug her, right? If that doesn't work, they can be like, oh, well, a really big man, a really big, strong person who, like, had, like, you know, maybe a higher tolerance made it for them but gave it to her, so it was a dose that she wasn't prepared for. That's what that sounds like to me, personally. That's my theory.
The
I'm
gummy.
theory crafting.
She took the gummy. Like, we need to focus on the action in and of itself. Cinny consumed the gummy herself. The person that gave her
she
the
did.
gummy and their body type is an irrelevancy, Kumo. What, you think that person intimidated her into taking the gummy? No.
Nobody,
You don't know
nobody in
what-
their
what-
entire life, nobody in their entire life has ever intimidated someone into taking a gummy, bro. It's a fucking weed gummy, bro. If you don't want it, I will eat it. The
No,
goofball.
exactly. That's what I'm fucking. No, that's so funny. Like, if you don't want weed, no one's gonna force you because they'll eat the weed.
Yeah, it's like they want it, you know. They're only sharing it because that's cool. Because being high.
It's
when you're-
no,
I'm
because
not-
that's
not-
just
not-
not the
not
kind
being
of
high
drug
is
you
cool,
give
but-
someone. Like that's just really not the kind of
Yeah.
drug you give someone if you want to do like evil shit. That's really not the kind of drug you give someone. Like,
I would do crack. Crack would be the thing I give people because it gets you addicted and then you come back for more.
I mean,
That's kind of-
like if you're trying to like do nefarious shit, like in
Like,
the
if I'm trying
moment,
to
you're
fuck
just
people
gonna
over,
give someone
yeah.
a roofie.
Or that too.
The general
gonna say
energy
you.
that Kumo's going with is that like they gave her meds that fucked with her, and like, that weed is not the kind of drug that you give someone if you want to fuck with them.
Weed is-
You'd give them
weed is-
like
I'm tired of weed being the thing that people think about. Just because it makes you a little bit loopy doesn't make you instantly.
no, it makes you
forget
giggly.
what
Like
the
you gives honestly, give
That's
them
like-
like
that's like
spice.
saying-
If you wanted to fuck with them, you'd give them like spice or a roofie or something. Like not this. It's ridiculous.
fucking. I'd be more inclined to believe someone got them too drunk and they were like that before I believe
No,
weed
real.
makes you do anything.
No, getting drunk is like that. That would make more sense.
Yeah, I got drunk. Okay, what makes more sense to you? I got really high last night, and so I beat the shit out of my wife. Or I got really drunk last night, so I beat the shit out of my wife. Which one makes more sense?
If you get too high, you're gonna be too focused on your fucking num-nums to care about whatever your wife's doing.
Well, no, the idea is that like no one in their entire life has ever said that.
That's what
But
I'm.
you
That's what
hear-
I'm fucking saying. I'm joking about that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, cause
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're too high to do, if you're high enough for it to start affecting you cognitively, you're likely not moving off of whatever surface you're horizontal on.
Yeah. No, valid. No, that's actually just valid because it's like, man, what are you doing?
Like the farthest I move when I overdo it is like to the bathroom because I think I might throw up. Like like that. Oh god. Yes, this is Believe in Shadows admitting. I green out really fucking easy. Give me 2 milligrams and that's all I'm taking. I used to do more, I promise. Don't make fun of me.
I think smoking too much weed isn't a good thing either. I've been
No,
feeling
it's
that,
not. I didn't used to use it consistently. I used to use it when I really fucking needed to sleep and I couldn't.
Well,
Like,
no, I'm talking more for myself in general and just
Oh.
anybody who smokes weed on the regular.
yeah, no,
you know, part of
smoking it too much is not good for you. Smoking it, like, getting a really high tolerance of smoking it too much can be bad for people. One, it costs money, and one, it can actually start fucking with your body over time if you do it too much.
I don't know how much it fucks with your body, but I just know that like just
It depends on the person, but it
Yeah.
can affect your like mind a little bit. Not like permanent damage. I'm not saying it's gonna damage you, but it can also affect with different systems in your body. And like I remember seeing this person that like smoked all the time, and every single goddamn morning they'd wake up and they'd throw up. It affects like some systems in your body that do stuff like that. They stop smoking, well, they don't throw up anymore.
Mhm.
But like, it's not like the kind of shit where like you're gonna fucking poison yourself, right? Or like, I don't know. I guess if you have like really bad pre-existing heart conditions, weed can affect your heart conditions, because it can like increase or slow down your heart rate. So I guess there's that. But like, it's like for a generally healthy person, it's not gonna damage your heart, kind of thing. Like caffeine can hurt someone with pre-existing heart conditions. I'm rambling myself. I'm gonna continue the video.
A threat is, Kumo, you have no idea what a threat is. You are insane. He's even replying after where he says, yes, those gummies weren't just edibles, they were prescribed high concentrated THC.
Yeah,
pills.
see, this is it. He's doing it.
No.
He's doing exactly what I said. He's trying to say that those gummies were too much for her tiny little body to take, and she took too much.
I've gotten really high before. You just get sick and then you just feel
No,
like you
no,
don't
dead
know
ass.
where
If you green out, you the more you take, the more you're just going to be incapacitated with weed. Like it's not the kind of drug where you overdo it and then you fucking like crash your car into a tree.
Yeah, you sit there and you literally like, yeah, I don't want to do anything. I'm perfectly content right here. Sometimes it's so hard to do. I remember sometimes it was be so hard to do things, is because you don't want to do anything. It's a very introspective drug. You're in your head when you're high, so like, it doesn't make you do shit. I don't
No,
like
it does
using
not.
anything.
I mean, there's definitely ones that
terrible.
there's definitely ones that can make you like really giggly and everything, but like when it comes to like physical strength and getting up and doing shit, you're really not gonna do a lot. Like, especially if you're overdoing it, it's just gonna turn you into plaster on the ground. Especially if you got snacks. Oh my god, especially if you have snacks or if you're sick. You're not moving. It's not happening.
Right? Cindy's response is,
Like, even people who have like a bad reaction to it, they're just gonna be like sick or have paranoia. Like, they're not gonna say or do some crazy shit, right? They're not gonna groom a child.
it wasn't a pill, it was a gummy.
So yeah, you know, it's like, where'd you get off? What was it he said? How did he describe this? Like helping someone out because he was worried about their mental health.
This isn't helping somebody out because they were worried about their mental health. This is literally coaching.
Yeah, no, it is.
Literally coaching. This is verbatim, by the book coaching. But I implore you guys to go watch Chud's stream and go watch Queen Min's stream, okay?
I'm not watching them
so
because
that
I
all
don't like them.
happens, and it like, I'm
I
finding
don't need
things out
to.
after the fact. I'm annoyed that this is happening. Then things continue to escalate because Kumo is he's just dumb. He just can't control himself. He's just stupid.
Is this
Control his
really new
impulses.
information?
Just continues to dig the grave. It's insane.
I don't
So then
understand.
yesterday-
I still do not understand why people are so goddamn shocked. I don't get it. I don't get it.
No.
What'd you do?
Oh, no, it's well, I found where I wanted to go. It just accidentally broke my fucking shit.
I was afraid that your reactor was melting down. I was gonna be real sad.
No. I tested it. I haven't done a stress test on it in game, like in the server, but I've done stress testing on my like a creative world, and how I have it set up should keep it from exploding. Like, you would have to physically break down my safety features first for my nuclear reactor to blow up on its own. When it runs out of fuel, it turns off. When it's too hot, it turns off. When it's damaged over 100%, it turns off. And it'll stay that way, and it'll give me an alarm system that I could be at your base and hear it.
Yeah, no, I remember you testing it flying around, yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely like, my whole nuclear power setup, it will not have a Rutledge meltdown. And
We're so mean to him. He just wants to make his
no,
fucking flowers, his flower
I
base.
I love it, but him and Chance had the same mentality that I need to have the most OP busted armor I could possibly have first, then I can build. As if as if having the OP armor makes you not able to build. Me over here, who's been running like mid-tier armor for the entirety of the game, is I don't know. I'm not saying. I
No,
mean, fucking
it's really funny.
Lichtenhand
No,
even.
it's actually really funny because I think the funniest thing was just me grinding out that nether armor, and showing up to the dragon fight like that, and then also being the one to take the dragon egg.
It just it makes me laugh because it's like the energy. I don't want to
Part of
shit
me
on their way to play
questions
the
if he
game.
took my dragon egg. Because you remember when my dragon egg disappeared?
Nah, because he didn't have one either, or else he wouldn't have needed me to. One, he would have figured out already that he can't break the egg. I think he just misplaced it or accidentally dropped it because it did look like a piece. I mean, it does look like a piece of trash. Um,
Wait, are you saying that I got rid of it?
like I don't know how it got out of your inventory. I don't know what happened.
I'm
to
a
it, is what I'm
hoarder.
saying.
I keep literally everything.
Then where is it, Shadow? You had it.
It
That's what I'm
disappeared.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't. The
I
reason
didn't
why I don't
fall
think
in,
it's
I didn't die in the void in the end, did I? Am I stupid? No, we have that corpse mine anyway.
no.
My stuff wouldn't have disappeared.
No, the only person that I know of who fell into the void is Chance. Chance is the only person who fell, and I helped him get his stuff from the void.
uh, you know,
But
I
what I was gonna say is that I don't think Chance was the one who if he was gonna be anyone who takes it, because asked me for dragon eggs later, and he didn't say, hey. It would have been different if he would have came up to me like, hey, why isn't there a way for me to make more dragon eggs? And I'd be like, what do you mean? Because I'd hit him with the, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, well, I tried to make more dragon eggs and I couldn't. And then also, he would have figured out a way to make when entity drop dupers, he would have done that. Which, honestly, that shit pisses me off more than me just giving him the dragon eggs.
I'll yell at anyone who dupes. I'll kill anyone who dupes on our server. Shut the fuck up. It's a little friend server. You don't need to dupe your materials. I'm thinking. I'm getting tired. Not tired, but like I'm over. I've ranted for hours. I got it out of my system. I think I'm gonna be done ranting about these people.
We face.
I think they're shit ass. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna end. I think I'm gonna end this stream.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe I'll boot up another stream for Schmeinschmaft, but we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna end this stream. I'll do a stream eventually on the Lio Convoy call because it interests me, and I do have things to say about Lio Convoy, and I feel like I'm not gonna have 78 billion flying monkeys in my comment section now just for me to ramble into the ether. I want to ramble in the ether about stupid shit. I don't actually care about interacting with people. Okay. Where is Streamlabs? Peace. 3 people who are here, which is probably me.